Konami shut down the stream. Confirmed. Konami shut down the stream. They're trying to censor me. Konami shut down the damn stream. Konami shut down the whole damn stream. I was dissing Abyss Actors. They decided to shut me down. Confirmed. I'm an enemy of the state. Confirmed. Right? Apologies for that. That's one of the drawbacks of being back at my mom's place. The internet is just not. Oh, even with an Ethernet cable, the internet can just drop. The internet can just drop even with an Ethernet cable. You absolutely hate to see it, but we're back. We're back in here. Also, I fixed the Discord bot, so we should be getting notifications whenever I go live again. We're back at it. We're back at it. You guys didn't miss much. Don't worry. I was really talking. I was really going through it. But yeah, I don't really. Sorry. The even with an Ethernet cable. So here's how it works. Because I have an Ethernet cable, when I have an internet connection that's stable, it will go uninterrupted. But if the internet just drops, it drops. The street it'll just cut. Right? So that just happens. Yeah, I fixed the Discord bot. Thank you for reminding me I fixed the Discord bot. You know? Apologies. But yeah, no, what's it called? Konami heard me dissing Abyss Actors, and they sent one of their agents to stealth nerf me, right? They tried to nerf me low key, right? So we're back. Right? Basically what I was saying is you gotta see Burning Abyss in action if you've never seen it played before. But see, here's the thing, right? Here's what I think about this, right? Because I get it, you're swarming the field, you've got effects and everything. I see why Dante is good, because getting 3 of the Abyss Actor effects in rapid succession is good. But as for Skarm, I don't like this card. It has the same effect of if you control a monster designed Abyss Actor, destroy this. If you have no spells and traps, special summon this. And then its effect is only activatable in the end phase. It's a searcher, but it's only a searcher in the end phase, which in my opinion is a bad searcher. So for its archetype, I don't get why this is a UR card. This, like, archetype aside, this is a card I don't think is good enough to be the premier UR card for the archetype in the box, right? That doesn't make sense to me. Yo, I just don't feel it. I just don't feel it. Yo, Fear, what's good, homie? Yeah, Harpy's Hunting. No, I think Harpy's Hunting Ground got buffed, actually. I feel like that's a stealth buff. I'm gonna keep it a buck 50, right? Aha, okay, Set, thank you. I needed someone to say that. Right? Because if it's that you're supposed to use this archetype alongside other archetypes, like it's an engine type beat, that could make sense to me. I could see that, because on their own, they weren't kicking it all that crazy. When everyone talks about Abyss Actors in the TCG, they just say Abyss Actors. They don't say the Abyss Actor engine. So I'm thinking, okay, so this is supposed to stand on its own 2 feet. That first card definitely didn't do it for me. Right? Oh, sorry, Burning Abyss. What am I saying? Burning Abyss. Apologies. Right? But yeah, Burning Abyss Super Heavy Samurai incoming. I mean, that could work. I don't know if it'll be good, but it can work. Yo, Groovy, sorry about that. The internet dropped. Yo, Duelist, oh, it's gonna be okay, homie. It's gonna be okay. Harpies have to go -1 to use a skill and have Harpies Underground in their deck. Let me tell you why I don't think that's a nerf, though. Because Harpies need 2 cards for their opening combo, Chandler and any card to discard. So, before, if your opponent was using Harpies Hunting Ground and you went first, you could at least MST the Harpies Hunting Ground. But now, you don't have that option. If you're playing Gaia, for instance, and you try and Curse of Dragonfire, pop their card, you can't do that anymore, right? Because your opponent can activate it on their turn by returning 1 of the 5 cards in their hand, because bearing in mind this is turn 2, and they get Harpies Hunting, because they wouldn't do it. If they go first, then yes, it's a nerf, right? But if they're going second, it's a buff. If you're going first, you have to use it on the main phase of your first turn, so it's a nerf, right? But if you're going second, I think it's definitely a buff. Because your opponent can't respond to the activation of Harpy's Hunting Ground until you normal summon a monster to pop their back row and target it, meaning that they have to have MST or something, or Cosmic to chain to it once it activates to prevent it from resolving. But that puts us right back where we were. I would rather have it to where, I don't know, maybe a heftier requirement than that, because it feels like, yes, on turn 1, I see it as being a nerf, but turn 2, like, no, my opponent doesn't have an opportunity to MST me anymore, right? Or do something on their first turn to protect their back row by getting rid of the card somehow. Like, there are other ways besides MST and Cosmic that people would deal with the card. Curse of Dragonfire, like I just mentioned, and other decks had other ways of doing it, but now you just have a non-respondable way of getting it on the field when you're ready for it. Yes, you're going -1, but you'll still have 4 cards in hand if it's turn 2. You only need 2 cards to start your combo. You're chilling, right? I don't know. I see it as a nerf. I don't see it as a complete nerf. I'm gonna keep it a buck, right? They lost DD's sales, so they killed the deck. Right? But yeah, no, so I'm not really feeling this. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck 50. I'm not feeling that first card. Let's keep on going. Yo, Team 5Ds, what's good, homie? It's good to see you. It's good to see you, homie. Right, we're going in. Oh, also Merry Christmas, friend. Right? So we're going in. Let's go for the next card. Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon. I like this card. I've already seen this card and I like it. Now, it's a normal monster, level 7 normal monster, but it is a scale 8, meaning that as a pendulum scale, it can be used for anything and everything in the Odd Eyes archetype, if I'm not mistaken, because they go up to level 7. If an Odd Eyes card you control is destroyed by a battle or card effect, special summon one Odd Eyes monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. You can only use this effect once per turn. What's wild about that is this scale does a lot of cards that do something like that, where it's like, oh, if that card would be destroyed, destroy me instead. No. He doesn't do that. He says, if they broke your toy, let me get you a brand new toy from Kids R Us, and then I'll still be your dad. I'll still be here. I'm not going to get the milk. It stays. So on your next turn, you can pendulum summon the card that got destroyed in the first place right back out, which I like. The only problem is it only protects you from destruction. It's a destruction protection card, which automatically takes you down because it doesn't. It's like it says battle or card effect. Right? Destroyed by battle or card effect. If they karma cut you, if they do all that kind of crazy nonsense, like you don't really have a point of recourse, but that's still a solid card. It's got a magnificent scale, right? It's got a magnificent scale. That's an A tier in my opinion. Easy A. That's an easy A in my opinion, right? I absolutely love that card. I think it's a great card. Declan was one of the most overhyped characters that did almost nothing. I can agree with that, actually. I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that. But yeah. Now that's pretty good. Yeah, I like that. Oh yeah, me and my sisters have matching pizza jumpers, right? Oh, Sky Iris you can trigger it yourself with Sky Iris. That's saucy, Soluxus. Okay, that is very, very good. That is very, very good. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. Ooh, I don't know about S tier though. I feel like, see, here's the thing. If it was all sorts of protection, because I like that you can proc it yourself, but I feel like, and I do like that summon potential, which is why it definitely A at least. It's so close to S tier. If it just did that little extra bit more, or if it had a monster effect on the side, it would be magnificent. It would be perfect. But I think I like this in high A tier. The top of A tier, just scratching the toes, right? The itty bitty toes of S tier, right? It's so close, in my opinion. I feel like they need a little bit more than this. It feels like they need a little bit more, right? Now that this is definitely a phenomenal card. I love this card. I just don't feel like it's S. I'm not saying it's bad, like, because it'll be like, oh, so look, the card's doing good. You should have put it in S. I think the card is phenomenal. I just want that little extra bit of protection. You feel me, right? What Arc Pendulum scale number? It's a scale 8. It's got a beautiful scale. It's a beautiful scale, right? It's a beautiful scale. Right, level 7, 8, searchable by Sky Iris and Spiral Flame Strike. Best scale for the deck, best level for the deck, and gives so much advantage. It does. I just want them. Okay, you know what? Because it's Christmas, I'm gonna let you guys get the executive decision. I will put this at the bottom of S tier, right? And I'm not putting it at the bottom because it's bad. I'm putting it at the bottom because, like I said, I want it to do more, right? Because it being searchable doesn't come from the card, it comes from other cards, right? Other cards make this card searchable, right? So yes, it's good with those cards, but I'm looking at this card by itself and what it does, right? So it being searchable is a great thing, but it's not searchable because of it, it's searchable because of the card that's searching it. You get what I mean, right? Like, I don't know if I made that make sense, right? So it can do crazy things. It can do crazy things. It's a great scale. I will not deny that. I just wish that it did a little bit of extra protection. Maybe I'm being greedy. Maybe I want a bit too much for Christmas this year. Maybe I just want a bit too much for Christmas this year. Maybe it's just me. Right? Odd Eyes don't have disruption. I feel that. Gotta open Sky Iris, Arc Pen, and extra Odd Eyes cards. Damn. We might come back to it. I'll leave it in S for now. It feels like something that should be in A tier in my opinion, but because it's Christmas, I'm gonna listen to y'all just this once, put it in S tier, right? Up next, we have Master Pendulum, the Draco Slayer. I've heard about Draco Slayers from the TCG. Don't know much about them myself. It's a normal monster. Pendulum effect. Once while this card's in your Pendulum Zone, target one card in a Pendulum Zone, destroy it, so it counters Pendulum Zones. Not Pendulums, Pendulum Summons in general. So if you're playing against your opponent and they have their scale set already, that's cool. If they don't have their scale set, doesn't really matter. Now, what makes this card interesting is, what does make it interesting? It's a light level 4 monster, right? So you can use it for XZ summons, all sorts of different stuff. That is interesting in and of itself. Hey yo, Seluxus with the $5 dono. Thank you, homie. Thank you, homie. Much appreciated. Much appreciation, my guy. One more thing. Art Dragon can summon from the graveyard as well. True say. I accept that. I accept that. Right? Master Pendulum is mainly important for its name. Okay. So it's not important for itself. Yo, Kareem, what's good, homie? Welcome. Right? Alright, so let's find out. Let's find out more about this, right? It's a level 4 monster. See, here's the thing. Reading this effect by itself, it probably has an archetype that supports it. Like, there's probably more Draco Slayer stuff that I'm about to read. This by itself doesn't seem crazy. It's a normal monster, level 4. It's got a good scale. It's a good scale at 3. Level 4, sexy level, right? I can get my rank 4 XZs going and everything. But other than that, other than a good scale and a decent level, this card, it's not really doing enough for me, right? It's not really, because it's just not doing enough for me right now, right? It's not doing enough for me. Gotta look at this card with the contact fusion and normal monster support. Okay, so I'll look at it more, but for now, I don't like this card all that much. I really don't. This card feels like one of the worst ones that we've read. Now, someone remind me, because I know someone's not gonna like that C placement, but reading it on its own, it's a normal monster that destroys pendulum scales, but what if you go first, right? Or what if your opponent isn't playing pendulums, or what if X or Y or Z? So for me, reading this card, looking at it, the effect is meaningless. All that matters is it's a good scale with a name that's connected to an archetype that I don't know anything about yet. So when we learn more about them, I might change that. Right? And it's a UR as well. Bearing in mind that it's a UR, like, this doesn't seem good enough for a UR in my opinion. Could be wrong. We'll find out, right? Now, these cards I think are really interesting. The Yang Zing stuff, right? The Yang Zing stuff seems really, really interesting to me, right? I find it really, really interesting. Like, just the card art alone. I don't know what they do, I'll be honest. I wanted to read them, but that's a lot of text, right? One tuner, one or more non-tuner worm monsters. I don't think there is a single worm deck in the meta, but I'm assuming that, okay, yeah, this archetype is all worm monsters, so I'm assuming that they have their ways of doing their things, right? When this card is synchro summoned, target cards on the field up to the number of different original attributes of the worm type monster, shuffle them into the deck. So that's non-destruction removal. It is targeted, which isn't great. I'm assuming that maybe you'll get like 1 or 2 bounces off of that, and it's an automatic effect, so your opponent can't Book of Moon you to prevent it, which is good. Once per turn, target one card you control and one level 4 or lower monster in your graveyard. Destroy that card on the field. Summon the monster from the graveyard. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Depending on how easily you can make it. Y'all think A? I feel like B. I feel like Aurea is better than this. Right? The Yang Zings are really good and like TGs, but they can miss timing these can miss timing? Oh no, can this card miss timing? It's a when effect. Hold on, this card can miss timing, bro. No way, can this miss timing? Nah. Low B, high C max. Low B, high C max. The only reason it's not a C tier is because some people said A, so there might be some sauce to this that I haven't seen yet. But bro, nah. It can miss timing. It can. Hold the phone. It missed in your testing, bro. Any Yang Zing is a level 5 plus a continuous trap Black Rose in your opponent's battle phase. I mean, hey, that's cool and everything, but nah. Discarding the TCD is better Crystron. I mean, fair enough, but I don't know what Krystrons do in the first place. I'm gonna put that in low B. I want to read the other cards because, like I said, the card art is saucy. I want to like those. I really want to like those cards. Now, Dante I've read. 2 level 3 monsters, super easy to make in its archetype because they special summon themselves with the price of freedom. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card and choose any number from 1 to 3. Send that many cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard. Until the end of this turn, you gain 500 attack for each card sent. So that means you are going to be at 2,500 attack until the end of your turn, which is cool. If this card attacks, it is changed to defense position at the end of the battle phase, so you are protected after you attack, which is cool. If this card is sent to the graveyard, target one burning abyss card in your graveyard, accept this card and add it to your hand. So it even has a little bit of recovery attached. This is chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. I can see why people like this. Dante is a saucy man. A saucy man Dante is, right? A saucy man Dante is. This is an easy S in my opinion. Easy S, because all that I know about his archetype is you send them to the graveyard, they proc some nutty effects. You're sending 3 cards. Imagine there was a Bujin Xyz monster that they could make turn 1 easily that just gave you 3 Bujinki monsters in the graveyard immediately. Cracked. Think of it like, because if you've watched me play, you have an understanding of Bujins. So think about it like that. Imagine if I could just send 3 Bujinki monsters to the graveyard immediately on consistently every turn when I can do that and get 3 nutty effects. Now, Dante is only as good as the card he mills to the graveyard. So if the rest of the Burning Abyss cards aren't good, Dante is shit. If the rest of the cards that they gave us are not good, Dante is not as saucy as he may appear, because the point of him sending those cards to the graveyard is to get you those graveyard effects. So let's hope that the other cards that they gave us are good, but if they are, then Dante, he's looking saucy, right? Easy S tier in my opinion. No questions asked, no qualms about it. And already, this isn't making sense to me. Already, the Odd Eyes card being on the same tier as Dante and Evil's, nah, I'm sorry, it's an A tier. Christmas is ruined. You get Cole now. I apologize. It can't be on the same level as that. Nah, because that's a great effect. That's a great effect for its archetype, right? That's a great effect for its archetype. It's hard to get through reading all of this on my phone is tough. Huh? Oh. Wait, Duelist. Oh, homie, it's gonna be okay. There are other decks. Maybe one of these newer decks will be fun. You can start a new account. You can do all sorts of stuff, homie. It's gonna be okay. I don't want you to be sad. It's Christmas. It's Christmas, my G. Come on now. Hold on. So, Duelist, was DD the only deck that you had? Why has it made you so upset, friend? I hate to see you this way. I absolutely hate to see you this way, my guy. Come on, I want to hug you, but I can't. I want to give you a hug, bro. Also, Celestis, thank you for the $5 dono. So you might be missing the fact that Burning Abyss monsters trigger when detaches material. Okay, so that's 4 effects actually. So he's giving you 4 effects, but like, no, I had missed that, but I don't feel like it changes my thought process in the sense that with so look, you're gonna love this Light Sworn Burning Abyss, bro. That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy, isn't it? That's gonna be absolutely crazy, isn't it, bro? That sounds insane. Right? Blaster Ricky pointed that out. Thank you, Ricky. That sounds absolutely insane, bro. Right? Bro, that sounds fire to me. Okay, so. Let's go. Spiral Flame Strike. I like this song. Okay. Spiral Flame Strike. Activate. Oh, I've heard about this card. S tier. Give it to me. S tier. Easy, GG, my boy. Spiral Flame Strike. Let me tell you. Let me talk to you real quick. Let me tell you what this card does. This is a searcher. Imagine. Okay. Imagine what popular decks have searcher. Imagine a Resonator's Call. Imagine when Resonators were meta. Imagine Resonator's Call that also has the ability to pop cards. It is a searcher that also has offensive potential. Imagine Gaga Bolt plus like Gaga Wind. Nah, that's a bad example. Just plus Onomana Play or something like that, right? Like you're searching. So activate one of these effects. You can't do both at the same time, mind you, but it's not, let's say you already have your combo set up and you don't need to search, you can use it for its destruction. If you don't have your combo set up and you can't use a destruction, you use it to search to get your combo started. It is never not useful. A lot of search cards, like for instance, Bujin Carnation is dead sometimes. Well, it's not a search card, but you get what I mean. A lot of cards will be dead, right? Elegant Egotist can be dead, right? A lot of cards that you use for one thing are dead if you don't need it for the one thing. This says, hey, I have a twin sister, right? Like you can do one or the other. Take it how you like it, right? So Spiral Flame Strike, activate one of these effects. If you control an Odd Eyes card, target one card on the field, destroy it. So if you have an Odd Eyes card, you're destroying a card. Or you can add to your hand one level 7 Odd Eyes monster from your deck, or face up level 7 Odd Eyes pen monster from your extra deck. So you can search out anything you want, even the card that we just talked about that we put in A tier. So this, in my opinion, a phenomenal card for Odd Eyes. This is a beautiful Odd Eyes card in my opinion. I absolutely love this. I absolutely love this. Right? Oh, you've been spamming light source support in the chat this whole time. I'm sorry. You know, I'm having a hard time keeping up with everything. I'm having a hard time keeping. Oh, these are foggy. Nope, that's not gonna help. I'm having a hard time keeping up with everything. You absolutely love to see it. You absolutely love to see it, right? But yeah, this is awesome. Spiral Flame Strike can also destroy a card if you have an Odd Eye scale. Even if you just have a scale, if you control an Odd Eyes card, even if it's just a scale, it's already an S tier, but if there was another S tier, it would also be in that. It would also be in that, right? That was so good. Is Burning Abyss going to be any good without Beatrice? I don't really know, Nutboy. I don't really know much about Burning Abyss in general. So far, I'm going through and forming my opinions on them. So far, they're not looking as crazy, but still. I'm starting a YouTube channel. Do you have any tips? Kuro, I would say my biggest tip for anyone starting a YouTube channel is be consistent. Be consistent. Don't pay attention. Be your biggest critic. What do I mean by that? Be consistent in that you want to upload as frequently as you can, because more videos on your channel means more opportunities for you to be discovered by more people, for the algorithm to pick you up and boost your channel, and the algorithm recognizes consistency. It's one of the things that got me to where I was as quickly as I am. I'm not like a massive channel, I'm at 3.5K, but bearing in mind that at the start of this year I had 20 subscribers, right? So consistency is important. Talk about things that people care about, you know, just keep your ear to the pulse of what the community you're making content for wants to see, but also at the same time, don't pay attention. Don't pay attention to your numbers at the start, because that will just discourage you. Don't look. If you need to close your eyes, right? Because what you see is the plateau here, and then the next day is when you reach the mountaintop. Like, that's when you have the peak, right? Everything can change. It might be going slowly. There was a day, Galaxy has experienced it too, where we're just going about our business, chilling, you know, making content, going through our grind, and we're going like this, and then there was a stream in one day, 100 subscribers, right? 200 subscribers. I think Galaxy had a 200 subscriber in one day stream as well, right? So don't focus on the low points, because there will be low points, because trust me, if you keep it consistent and make good content, the high points are coming. And then the last thing I would say is be your biggest critic that way, because if you're making a video that you wouldn't watch yourself, why would anyone else watch it? If it's not providing any information or entertainment or personality that you find, or quality that you find that you would enjoy, why would you expect someone else to watch it? So be your biggest critic. Those are my biggest tips if you want to start a channel, right? But yeah, I'm a little bit behind. I'm a little bit behind, right? So yeah, this is I'm enjoying this box so far, right? I am. New DDD support not looking too good either, bro. Are there any other decks that you like, homie? Do you have any other decks that you enjoy, Duelist? Right? It's gonna be okay. No problem, Kuro. It's all good, right? Definitely saving up for this box since you got a bunch of the old Burning Abyss support. Hey, you love to see it. You love to see it, right? Okay, so let's keep on going. Let's keep on going, right? So that's an easy S tier. Up next, we have Infestation Pandemic. Now, if you look at this as a card, it's not great, right? Because it only works on Evil Swarm monsters. Now, if you look at this for the archetype that it's meant for, like we have been doing, this card is a lance for all of your monsters at once. All face-up Evil Swarm monsters you currently control are unaffected by other spell or trap effects. This turn is a quick effect. It blankets your field in buttery protection, right? Now, the thing about Evil Swarms is, Evil Swarms will primarily, especially with the new support that they've gotten in the form of Nightmare, they're primarily only going to be making Evil Swarm Exes anyway. They're going to be making Bahamut. They're going to be making Nightmare. They're going to be making Roach, because bear in mind, Steel Swarm Roach is an ill swarm card. It's a swarm card, right? So they've got stuff in their back pocket that they'll use this for. They're not making generic Xyz that often. At least not in my understanding of the deck. Maybe you could change it so that they were. But like, this is for if any archetype had a lance for all my monsters at once. I don't need Cosmic, I don't need MST, I don't need nothing like that. You just don't get to touch me. My attack doesn't get reduced, my effects don't get negated. You just don't get to touch me with your back row as a quick effect. That's an easy S in my opinion. That's an easy S in my opinion, right? Even if Evil Swarms aren't good, as an archetype, right? The fact that they have a card that protects them from all spells and traps for a turn, right? Any archetype having a card that says, hey, spells and traps don't work against you as a quick effect for the rest of this turn, that should be, am I wrong in saying that? Or maybe because it's Evil Swarm's card, it should be an A tier, right? Because it's not as splashable as you might like it to be. In my heart of hearts, it feels like an S tier, but I would put that in an A tier, right? I would put that in an A tier. Really only going to TC because Ophion can search it. But still, Evil Swarm still sucks. It does, but like, it's a good card for the thing. This says unaffected by other spells and traps, not opponents. True, so even, I mean, yeah, any spells and traps that are being activated, that's we're chilling, right? Like, yeah, 6 lands, yeah, basically, so you can have 6 lands and Evil Swarms if you want to, right? And I feel like because of Nightmare, Evil Swarms might actually have a chance to shine because they're not bad. The thing of them, they're like slightly slower Teller Knights. Slightly slower Teller Knights is what they're like, right? So hey, who knows? I'm gonna get 3 times Drowning, 3 times Karma Cut, 3 times Toxic Guard. Hey, fairs. Why wasn't Melodious hit? It's been around longer than the skill. It's been around, but not in its current form. They didn't have the Bloom Diva or the Score, so it's still a relatively new deck for what it is, you know? Oh, Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. Is it in the, Jojo, is it in the box? Is it something that's in the box? We'll get there. Don't worry. If it's in the, I've got all the cards that are of any relevance in the box. We'll get there if it's in the box. Don't worry about it, homie. Right? But yeah, okay, so we keep it moving. We keep it going. Up next is Compulsory Escape Device. I remember playing with this in Yu-Gi-Oh! Cross Duel. This was a fun card in Cross Duel. Each player chooses 1 monster they control, they shuffle it into the deck. Now, if your opponent controls 1 monster, and you want to get rid of that monster, you can activate this, but you have to sacrifice a monster. So you go -2 because you activate this card, you sacrifice a monster. They go -1, so altogether you go -1 when you use this card. Which, I mean, I don't know if you want to give up that Void Presence for this. It is nice in that, for instance, if it's a Bloom Diva, let's say your opponent turn 1 Ostinatos, well, you can't destroy the Bloom Diva, but you make them send it back, right? Even if they have a Lance. Oh, well, okay, let me tell you what's interesting about this. Even if your opponent has something like a Lance to protect their Bloom Diva, they are the ones sending the card back into the deck. So if I'm not mistaken, even that wouldn't protect them. I think. I could be wrong about how that works, but I think that's how that works. Right? Because they're the ones who send it back in. I don't actually know if that's the interaction. Even if it's not, I don't like that I have to lose a monster on the field. This is one of my least favorite cards in the box, I'll be honest, and I don't like that it's so expensive, right? I don't like that it's so expensive, right? Oh wait, Nick, you like this card? It's not, seriously, it's non-targeted, but what if my opponent has 2 monsters on the field? What if my opponent has, or what if they chain a card that gives them another monster on the field or something like that, and then they choose a random monster to send back, right? Because them having a choice of what to send back is kind of what makes this not as good in my opinion, right? Like, I don't like that my opponent has a choice, and I don't like that I'm losing a monster too. I also don't like that it's a dead card if I don't have a monster, right? You can return an extra deck monster for you to summon again. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Right? It's bait just like Power of the Guardians. Yeah, exactly. I don't know about this. Yo, Gannett, what's good, homie? How you doing, bro? Merry Christmas. Depending on how much they used it to make, okay, it'll be a minus. There's a lot of non-targeting removal, which I like, right? I like Dakini. Fairs, right? The tribe can sure make Infernity Rage quit. See, there's a lot of situations where this card can be good. I'll put it high C. I'm just not really feeling it. I'm just not really feeling it because of the cost attached, right? The cost attached, it seems kind of situational. If my opponent controls more than 1 monster, then they just pick the monster that I don't want them to send back. So that means I have to open this turn 1, or else my opponent just sends back a random monster that doesn't really do anything for me, right? So yeah, let's keep it moving. Up next, okay, so this is gonna be a whole thing. I had a video plan that I scrapped. I'm actually kind of annoyed, and this is why procrastination is a terrible thing. I did a video where I tried to cog with Buster Blader in 1 week 2 months ago. I hated the archetype, I hated the deck, and so I wrote the script for a video talking about why I hate Buster Blader, and then I went into support cards that I thought the deck could get. In this box, out of the 3 cards that I chose, they gave us 2 of the 3 cards that I chose for them to get as support. At which point I'm just like, well, is there even really a point in making the video? So I scrapped it, but had I made it before this was announced, I would have been a prophet. So this is what don't leave things to the last minute. Don't leave things to the last minute, right? But let's keep it moving. Right? let me tell you what this card does. Destruction Sword Memories. Discard 1 Destruction Sword card and special summon 1 Buster Blader monster from your deck. You can banish this card from your graveyard, fusion summon 1 Buster Blader, the Dragon Destroyer Swordsman from your extra deck by banishing fusion materials listed on it from your graveyard. Now, Destruction Sword, right? Destruction Sword. Let me show you what we're working with, right? Just to give us context for how good this can be, we have to see what Destruction Sword monsters we've got. We have to see what we've got in the game and whether or not we want to discard those cards. Destruction Sword. Now, we have got, okay, Destruction Sword. I think Swordsman Fusion would count, but you don't want to discard your fusion card. Well, I mean, you can send another card from your hand to the graveyard to get it back, so that is something. You can discard this, but you want to normal summon this card. So you don't want, see, I don't like this. I don't like this because it's not synergizing with what we've got currently. Because with this, with Whelp, you want to normal summon Whelp to proc its effect, right? Whelp is best when you can proc its effect. Is this card in the graveyard? Oh, wait, no, you have to discard. Oh, this is what I mean. There's no, where's the resource recovery here, right? Because this card is in your graveyard and you control Buster Blader. You can discard one Destruction Sword card and special summon this card. So you're discarding more cards, but where's the draw power here, right? So you don't want to send that to the graveyard. You probably don't want to send this to the graveyard. You can get it back, but you'd have to discard another card to get it back from the graveyard. You could send this to the graveyard, but most people don't play this card. No one's playing this card either. No one's playing this card. I don't thinking about it in practice, I don't see how this is how this is good. I don't see how this is good. Oh, I'm not saying that they won't become meta. I'm just saying that I think they're bad. Like, I find them extremely boring. The Synchro Monster, I think is interesting. I think it should have been reversed. This should have been the SR. The Synchro Monster should have been the UR, in my opinion. But hey, you can banish this card from the graveyard, fusion summon 1 Buster Blader, the Dragon Destroyer, from your extra deck by banishing fusion monsters listed on it from your graveyard. Now, why I don't like this secondary effect is because one of the primary points of Buster Blader is you use your opponent's monsters for your fusion summons using the quick play spell. But even though you use your opponent's monster for your fusion summon, your opponent's monster goes to their graveyard when you're done, which means that only one of the 2 requirements for the fusion summon that this card needs is in the graveyard off of that effect, which means that there isn't really like other stuff would have to happen for this to be activatable for that effect, which could happen. I'm not saying it's impossible. It just doesn't feel like it synergizes with what we currently have in the game. I don't like this card. It's a trap card as well, so it's slow. I don't like this card. I don't like this card. I don't know. I don't like this card. I don't like this card. I don't like this card. Low B maximum. Low B maximum. That's me being generous because of Grim. I'm being generous because of Grim. I don't like this card. I really don't. This Dox is too toxic. It's too toxic to be meta. I agree with that. I agree with that because it's kind of boring. I'm not saying how Buster Blade can consistently set this up alongside a Buster Dragon. I don't know. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you, Batman. It feels awkward. It feels awkward to me, right? Honestly, it feels awkward to me. The Synchro card is awesome in my opinion, but this, I don't know about it. I don't know about it. So we need one thing. Prologue of the Destruction Swordsman. I saw that. And that is one card that I think would really help them out, right? Can't be in a different tier from Master Pendulum. Nah, I don't think this card alone I feel like is bad. I don't like this card. Now again, it might end up doing good things. It might end up being, you know, helping Buster Blader do something or the other. But if this card here's what I think it'll be. This card will be used, but this won't be the card that makes them meta. The Synchro card will be. If they become meta, it's because the Synchro card has the ability to make all of your opponent's monsters Dragon-type monsters, so they don't have to rely into top decking into DNA surgery anymore. They can consistently make their opponents into dragons, and then do something off of that. That has nothing to do with this card. This card is just an extra, like, hey, I'm in the corner. I'm the awkward forgotten stepchild that lives under the stairs. I'm Harry Potter, right? Like this is a Harry Potter without the magic, right? That's what this is of this deck, right? So I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan in my humble opinion. I'm not an expert. I could be wrong, but this looks like doo-doo butter to me, right? Oh, you're saying it shouldn't be in a higher tier than Master Pendulum? Who's Master Pendulum? Oh, no. Master Pendulum, in my opinion, is just a vanilla scale 3. That's nah. I feel like that is better than that because it does something sometimes, right? But yeah. So let's keep on going. Now, oh, more Yang Zing stuff. Okay, cool. Now, I'm surprised. I thought that these were all going to be high-level monsters. I thought, like, the idea of it was, like, these are, like, behemoths, right? Like, big, scary things. But no, apparently you've got some level 2s in there. So, Jiatu, Darkness of the Yang Zing. 0 attack, 2000 defense. When this card you control is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, so already that's bad. Special summon 1 Yang Zing monster from your deck in attack position except Jiatu. If you control no other monsters, you can send 2 Yang Zing cards from your hand to the graveyard and special summon 1 Yang Zing monster with 0 attack and 1. Wait. If you control no other monsters, you can send 2 Yang Zing cards from your hand to the graveyard, so you can go -2. Special summon 1 Yang Zing monster with 0 attack and 1 Yang Zing monster with 0 defense from your deck. Okay. Hand neutral. You go hand neutral. Okay. But banish them during the end phase. That's fair enough. That's actually good. You only use 1 effect per turn and only once that turn. So you're probably only going to be using this search effect, right? So if you normal summon this, you can send 2 cards from your hand to the graveyard and get 2 cards out of your deck, so it's a rescue rabbit. It's a rescue rabbit with the hefty cost though. Rescue rabbit doesn't make you discard 2, right? Now here's my question. Ow, my goodness. Oh, no. Oh, someone correct me if I'm wrong. This could be horrifying. If you control no other monsters, you can send 2 Yang Zing cards from your hand to the graveyard. That is the cost, right? You do that to activate the effect. You discard 2 cards to activate the effect. What if you get negated, bro? What if you get negated? You still lose those 2 cards, don't you? Plus, you have to have this 0 attack monster in face-up attack position if it's turn 1 to make this happen. So you just discarded 2 cards with a 0 attack monster in face-up attack position, and you got nothing. If it's turn 1, you have 1 card left in your hand. This is a risky effect. This Chalice, my G. Chalice, bro. I mean, it's not. That doesn't make it bad. Anything can be Chalice. It's just with for instance, with the Bujin Yamato, if you Chalice Bujin Yamato, I don't draw a card, I don't discard a card, nothing happens. Whereas with this, if I activate this effect, I just went -2. I need that +2 to feel better, bro. I need that. Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong. It still goes through. Does it still go through? Discard 2 to summon from the deck. I don't know. I like it. I think it's really, really good. But 1, it depends on what you're going to be able to summon. 2, that is a hefty, because the activation cost is something you have to pay attention to. Karma Cut, like for instance, if a Karma Cut gets negated, you still discarded the card to the graveyard to try and activate the Karma Cut. Like when it comes to costs in Yu-Gi-Oh, even if your effect gets negated, the cost is still the cost, right? Like if I get chaliced, I still paid the cost of the effect and I just didn't get the effect. So with Karma Cut, I go -1. With this, I go -2. I don't like the amount of risk involved. The risk itself doesn't make the card bad. I want to put it high B, but if we find other cards, that are like, oh wow, you should summon this using this card's effect, I'm willing to move it up to an A. But that cost is scary to me. That big cost is scary to me. I'm gonna keep it a buck, right? But you play a lot of traps. It has potential to be control. Oh, okay, so it's a control style deck. Just go first, forehead. Yang Zing are based around synchro summoning during your opponent's turn and proc off destruction. Oh. Yeah, it's a very heavy choke point. I'm like for instance, one of my biggest problem with Photons is Galaxion. You invest all your resources into making Galaxion. If they book of that Galaxion, you lose because you've put all of your resources into one choke point. I don't like decks where you have a main. I don't like cards where it's like, okay, this is the big resource investment. If you get kicked in the nuts here and now, you get no children forever, right? You're impotent. I don't like that. I just don't like choke. I'm not because again, this might end up being really good, but I don't think I would enjoy playing it because I would be too nervous. Like my nerves would be here every time I played the card going second, because it's like, bro, what if that face down is Chalice? What if you have what's that called? The trap card, the BTS, right? What if you have breakthrough skill, right? Like it's just nerve wracking. It's just nerve-wracking to me when things have costs that are too high and are too big of like choke points, right? So I'm gonna put that there. Right? Okay, so Mythic Water Dragon. This was already in the game. This is in a selection box and no one used it, which means I think it's bad. Right? Oh, I like this, bro. Do y'all hear that? I like that. Okay, so Mythic Water Dragon. If you control an Earth monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon one Mythic Dragon per turn this way, and then it's supposed to be used hand in hand alongside Mythic Tree Dragon. It's a level 4. Once per turn, you can target one Water Dragon unless you control. This level becomes that card's monster's level for the rest of the turn. So basically, they only work together, right? Which is dumb. I feel like that's the reason they were never used, right? I feel like that's the reason they were never used. This deck topped in a lot of TCG as a control deck and a play Oasis with Noskar. I mean, again, how it did in the TCG won't necessarily bear on how they do in dueling, so we've seen that time and time again. You feel me, right? The Oasis of Dragon Souls will be a shout for them. I will say 3 of. That is a 3 of. I'm already seeing a potential deck coming together in my mind. But if that is one of the primary plays of it, it's just too nerve-wracking for me. I can't do it. I can't have another Photons on my hands, bro. But yeah, Mythic, this is for rank 8 XZ summons. The only thing that they do is summon. They have low attack, they have crappy stats, they just summon to be with each other. If you open one and you don't open the other, you're stuck. They're bad. They shouldn't. I mean, they had to go somewhere. I just wish it wasn't here. I'm gonna put those both in D because they've been in the game for like a year and I've never seen them do anything of relevance. So like, no, that's just a no. That's just a no in my opinion. Mythic Water is kind of good. The other one is trash. Nah, they've been around. Nah, Rikas are plant water, I think. I think a lot of them are water. I don't know if all of them are, but I think a lot of them are. Don't make me reconsider my thought process. If you control an Earth monster, special summon this card from your hand. Nah. Okay, so it's... If you control any Earth monster, you can summon Mythic Water. Mythic Water is better than the Wood one. I will admit, Mythic Water is better than Wood Boy, but Wood Boy is still doo-doo butter, right? Wood Boy is still doo-doo butter because it only works with Water Dragons. Fair enough. This works with any Earth card. Any Earth card, this works. Fair enough. So that goes higher. Fair enough. But yeah. Y'all hear about the new weather beta support coming to the TCG? I have not heard about it. I don't really keep my ear to the ground for TCG news the way I should. After all the Bujin support got announced, I kind of stopped paying attention. Another Burning Abyss card though. I'm here for this. If you control a monster, okay, yeah, destroy it. Blah 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 blah. Use one of the. Hold on. You can only use one of these effects once per turn. Wait a second. These cards suck. These cards are dumb. I think this might be an emotional reaction, but I just had a realization. I've been reading these cards wrong this whole time. What this card says is, this card has 2 different effects. You can use one of them per turn, and only once that turn. So if you special summon this card, you can't, because for instance, remember, someone said that if you XZ summon using this card with Dante and then send it to the graveyard as material, that it'll proc the second effect. Does that work? You can only use one of the effects of it specifically says it doesn't say of this card, it says Sir Malbrank of the Burning Abyss, meaning that it's a hard once per turn if I'm not mistaken, right? It doesn't say this card, it says the card name. Meaning that even if you have another copy of it, or even if you send it as a material and it's treated as a fresh thing, that's a hard once per turn, right? So if I special summoned this card and I detach it as a material, I wouldn't get the effect, would I? Does that work? Are you sure you can use both? Am I wrong? If I special summon them, you can't. I'm right. You can't use the second effect for the rest of the turn. Wait. Is this real? Am I right? I wanted to be wrong. I wanted someone to tell me I was dumb. Yo, Carlos, thank you for the sub and welcome to the Nakama, my friend. I wanted someone to tell me I was wrong. I wanted someone to tell me I was wrong. You can special summon or get the floats, but not both. So they just got worse. They just got worse. Okay, you know what? Fair enough. I can normal. Okay, fair enough. You make Dante. Okay. Fair enough. We'll see. I apologize. Normal summon the one you want to detach because you still have the normal summon. That makes sense. Thank you. Okay, so you've cleared it up. I no longer have that concern. I still think that sucks. That's a dumb restriction. But hey, at least there's a way around it. Fair enough, right? Okay, cool. One thing that I can say about this deck already is that they have high resistance to disruption. I special summon a card, I special summon another card, you TTH, I special summon another card, I special summon another card. That's the 4 cards out of my opening hand, right? Like that, they've got that going for them. I'll give you that. I will give you that. So what's this card's special ability? If this card is sent to the graveyard, target one Burning Abyss monster in your graveyard except Sir, special summon it. Ooh, okay, I like this one. This should be the UR. This one should be the UR, not the other dumb one. I like this one. Because if you mill this with Dante, you get 3 effects, and then one of the effects gets you an extra monster on the field to make more plays with, right? I like that. I actually like that, right? I actually really like that. Okay, so this will go. I don't like that I've learned this dark truth about Burning Abyss. But if the other one was put in B tier, I'll put this in A tier. I'll put that in A tier. So far, I'm not seeing what really gets the gears grinding and everything, but we're getting closer, I feel like, to that answer, right? I hope anyway. I hope this is leading to something, right? But hey, we'll see. Stop trying to make the best cards more expensive. Yeah. I just don't get it. Then you mill 3 trigger a lot of things. It's basically Lunalights on steroids. Fair enough. Yo, Shadow Knight, we chillin', homie. Someone's gonna come with a point battery with Burning Abyss. I'm here for it. I like to be proven wrong. If someone proves me wrong, I'm here for it. I don't have a problem with that in the slightest, right? Okay. Dinoster Power, the mighty Draco Slayer. So I'm assuming that this is a fusion. So someone mentioned that I should read this and then look at the level 4 pendulum card again. So 1 Draco Slayer pendulum. Oh, that's why it's relevant. Okay, yeah, I don't think that makes this card that card good. Just because it satisfies, there has to be something else. If that's the whole reason why that card should be good, it's bad. 1 Draco Slayer pendulum monster plus any pendulum monster. That's kind of cool. Must first be special summoned from your extra deck. Okay, let me explain. Before I continue, let me explain. Like, for instance, a Garnet, right? If I have a Neos in my deck, so that I can use Neos Fusion, that doesn't mean Neos is good. I'm just using it so I can make something good. Do you get what I mean? Like, if that's the only reason why you feel that card is good, then that card isn't good. It's just a Garnet. If that's the only benefit of it that has to do with this, then I'm not here for it, right? Must first be special summoned from your extra deck by tributing the above cards. Okay. By tributing. You do not use polymerization. Hold the phone. Hold the goddamn phone. Hold on. You do not use poly. Can you use poly if you want to? That's my question, but moving on. Pendulum monster cards in your monster zones and pendulum zones cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Pendulum monster cards in your monster zones and pendulum. Oh, baby. Hold on. Once per turn, you can special summon 1 Draco Slayer pendulum monster from your hand or graveyard, but it cannot be used as a fusion material. So you get, yeah, no, that card isn't good. It's just something for this to use, like a sock. If you know, you know, right? I'm disgusting. Okay, so yeah, that is kind of cool. I kind of like this. Oh, you can't use poly? Fair enough. I mean, hey, you don't really need it at this point. So basically, you can put the Draco Slayer Pendulum. You can put this guy. You can put this guy into any pendulum deck you want. Just put 3 of him because he's got a good scale. Like I said, he's just a random scale 3. But the true benefit of him is that you can use him to make Dino Stir, which is the actual good card here, right? So if we get any better Draco Slayer Pendulum cards, that card immediately becomes redundant. It doesn't do anything, right? That's pretty damn saucy. That is pretty damn saucy. It's got 2,000 attacks, not crazy, but 2,900 defense, so it's a beefy boy. It's just some good protection. Hey, yo, hold up. Hey, yo, Lord Mamunga, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the Nakama. Hope you're having a fantastic Christmas holiday. Welcome, friend. I like this. Yo, Axel, what's good, homie? Merry Christmas, friend. Merry Christmas. Rescue Rabbit is a 1-card Rescue Rabbit is a 1-card entry into this because the other card is a normal. See, here's the thing. That other card is being made better by all of these cards around it. Like, again, like a dirty used sock. Like, honestly, everyone can use that card. Damn. It belongs to the streets. Okay, so that card, this is cool. This is cool. This is just a free card for pendulum decks to use to protect their scales, right? Like I'm not even thinking about dinosaurs. Any deck that wants to pendulum summon and doesn't mind having that random jank scale 3 in their deck can make this to protect their scales and do more pendulum stuff. I see this as being just like something that you add in to an existing pendulum deck as like a mini engine to make some extra protection if you happen to draw into the right cards, right? I like that. I'm right. So it's an engine. It's just an engine. I like that. I really like that. This is I freaking love this. This is great. It's a free level 8 too. Oh, you can make rank 8s off of this too. It's a free level 8. I like this. Master Pendulum can be summoned with Die and search with Painful Choice, and also puts a copy in your graveyard to someone with Dinosaur. But see, here's the problem that I have with that. All of those things that you're saying are coming from other cards. Like, for example, this card, Evil Swarm Nightmare, it's not good because of any other cards. You give up other cards to make him, because that's how good he is. This isn't good because, no, it searches your deck and it destroys things. It slaps people in the nuts for you. He just has all the sauce, right? This card doesn't do anything. But if you use other cards to put this card on the field, it can then go into something that does something, and that thing that does something, I'm gonna put in S tier, right? It's a Garnet. It's the Neos to this card's Neos. Oh, I moved it up. That's an accident. It's the Neos to this card's Neos fusion, in my opinion, right? It is the Neos to it's the new Neos fusion. It's the new Garnet of Neos fusion, in my opinion, right? It's the new Neos. It's Neos fusion, but for Pendulum. Neos Pendulum. That's what it is, right? That's what homie over here is. You got a saucy scale, so I can put you in without being offensive, but you're not adding anything other than the fact that your big brother's coming to the party too. You feel me? Like I'm gonna invite you to my house party, but only because you're gonna bring your attractive older brother. You feel me? Like this is high school things. You feel me? Right? That's why you get to come to the party. Like if you couldn't bring Chad over here, Papega down here doesn't get to come to the party. He's not invited, right? Like that's my beef with him, right? But I like this. But yeah. Okay, so let's keep it moving. Right? It will become like Neos Fusion. I can see that. It's good. When's the next room, Saul? I'm not sure if we'll be doing one today. We'll be running some rooms, some tournaments later in the week. I think we have at least one tournament scheduled for later in the week. But yeah, you can use Neos Fusion in Burning Abyss. Ooh, saucy, spicy. I like it. So Lux says something about Bujins? Sir, Yamato yeah. But see, here's the thing. Let me keep it $150 with you. Yamato is the necessary evil of the deck, right? Because without Yamato, the deck doesn't work. Yamato isn't just standing there. He is saying, okay, let me choose the Bujin card that you want, put it in the graveyard for you. And you are correct in saying that Yamato is using other cards' effects, which is why Yamato Pass is one of the worst openings that you can do as a Bujin player. Right? Like I accept that. I love Yamato, but what's it called? I'll show you. The real card that I want is Torifune, right? Yamato is a necessary evil, and the deck will always revolve around him, but Bujins want the Bujin Torifune, right? Bujin Torifune is this guy. He's the new Yamato in the TCG. Tribute this card, special summon 2 Bujin monsters of different types from the deck in defense position. It's an archetype specific rescue rabbit, and then when you exit summon a monster, you can attach this card as an equip spell, and then banish any card destroyed by battle. It's just a great card, right? So it is the I can accept that. I don't think it's a one-to-one comparison, but I get what you mean, right? But yeah, that just is what it is, you know? If you use Neos Fusion, all your Burning Abyss cards. Oh, wait, no. But it's only if you have no Burning Abyss. It's not like Wait, don't the Burning Abyss cards say if you control? It's not like Super Heavy Samurai. The Burning Abyss cards say if you control, right? You have to have Neos Fusion still on the field for that to be the case, if I'm not mistaken. Where's the rest of the Burning Abyss cards? Okay, yeah. If you control if you control no spell trap cards, you can special summon this card from your hand. Yeah. So if you use Neos Fusion with the deck, before you make your plays, you should be fine, right? If you Neos Fusion and then make your plays. Now, if you activate Neos Fusion after you've got Burning Abyss cards on the field, they will self-destruct, but it's not a one-to-one necessarily, right? You feel me? But yeah. Let's keep it moving. Right? We got sidetracked. Up next. And up next is Buster Blader. Now, this is a card that I think is the actual good Buster Blader support here. I don't know why so many of the good cards are SRs. Like Nightmare is an SR, so I can get 2 with 1 main box. This box is actually kind of generous, because the UR cards are the ones that I like less. The SR cards are actually better. So, Buster Dragon. 1 tuner, 1 or more non-tuner monsters. It's a generic level 8. Anyone can make this. It's not limited to just Buster Bladers. Now, I don't know if anyone else wants to make this, but everyone can. All monsters your opponent controls become Dragon type. Saucy. Guess who just fell apart? I'm pretty sure, does Water XZ stop working? Pretty sure Water XZ stops working. No. Water XZ cares about type, not about attribute. They care about attribute, not type. I'm wrong about that. They have to be water monsters, but I don't think the type actually matters, so Water XZ is fine. Never mind. So that's a benefit that I thought you might have had that you don't have. Once per turn, if you do not control a Buster Blader monster, you can target 1 Buster Blader in your graveyard, special summon it. So if you use a Buster Blader to make this card, right? Because Buster Blader is level 7, if I'm not mistaken. You use the Whelp, which is level 1, make this card, then summon Buster Blader from the graveyard, and then because you have Buster... Oh, okay, hold on. Look at this combo. Hold on. Watch this. Right? Buster Whelp. Right? Buster Whelp. Watch this. Right? Okay, so let's finish reading this card and then I'll tell you what I'm thinking. Once per turn during your opponent's turn, you can target 1 Buster monster you control, equip it with 1 Destruction Sword monster from your graveyard. That might make the Destruction Sword monsters more relevant, right? It might. I don't see it doing that because they're not crazy. There are some better ones. I think, are there better ones in the TCG? I feel like I'm struggling to remember. I think there's one that prevents your opponent from like summoning from the extra deck. It's like a floodgate. This is a floodgate oriented deck, which could be cool. But watch this. That's a level 8. Buster Blader is level 7, right? Buster Blader is level 7. When this card is normal summon, add 1 Destruction Sword card from your deck to your hand, blah 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 blah. You can tribute this card, special summon 1 Buster Blader from your hand to graveyard. Now, if this card is in your graveyard, you control a Buster Blader, you can discard 1 Destruction Sword card, special summon this card from your So, if you wanted to, I don't know why you would necessarily, but you have Buster Whelp, you have Buster Blader, you make Buster Dragon, then you special summon Buster Blader from the graveyard, you discard 1 card, summon Buster Whelp from the graveyard, you can make another level 8 XZs, another level 8 Synchro, or you could go into something like Vermilion Dragon Mech if you wanted to, right? My point is, I'm not saying that, look, this is all just in my head. I haven't actually run the numbers or anything. It's just like, look, there are a few more options now. There's a couple more things that the deck can do, and also this card just makes it so you don't have to run DNA surgery. Again, how easily you'll be able to make it, kind of tough, right? Because getting that Buster Blader on the field, because to get Buster Blader on the field, normally what you would do is you would tribute the Whelp, right? You would tribute Whelp to summon Buster Blader, but that means your normal summon is gone and your Whelp is in the graveyard. So how do you get the level 1 tuner on the field to make this, right, is the only problem that I'm having. So how they make it is in question, but the card itself, I feel like does good things for its archetype. I feel like it does good things for them. I have good things to say about it. Psy Reflector could be good. Thank you very much for that. Yo, Groovy, thank you for that. Psy Reflector could be good. Psy Reflector could definitely be good. Make this with 1 card combo, Psy Reflector, Assault Mode, Activate Engine. Ooh, that could be a shout. Right? I like this. right? I like this. Okay, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Trap heavy deck because of their advantage engine makes sense, makes sense. So, so BAs are gonna be very trap heavy. I don't like that. Buster Dragon stops Yang Zings from making this, right? Because it changes their type. They have to be worm type. I like that too. I like that too. So this is tough. This is tough, right? So. Okay, the Floodgate Destruction Sword is banned. Okay, so never mind. Never mind. Right? You check the old Buster Blader cards that we have. I've looked at them, I've played with them. I don't really like them. There's most of oh yeah, it helps a Buster retrain. I feel like it can help everything, but I do agree. The more we talk about it, the less. If you're able to get it on the field, does good stuff. The Psy Reflector combo does sound interesting. Psy Reflector Assault mode, how well that would flow with standard Buster Bladers to actually get their plays going into their feud. Because the reason why you want everything to be a Dragon type is so that you can get the Buster Blader fusion on the field and negate the effects of everything on the field, right? And now Cosmic Cyclone and MST aren't your biggest enemies because even if DNA Surgery gets dealt with, they still have to deal with the monster on the field, right? And all of their monster effects are being negated, right? So it's interesting. It's interesting, but if you can make it, but I do feel like in some instances they will struggle to make it. If they can make it A, if they could make it super easy, I'd say it's an S, but I think it's just an A for now, right? But yeah, you don't get the Buster Blader in the graveyard exactly, right? Dragon Buster Destruction Sword would be way too broken for Duel Links. I can agree to that. I just know that they have other stuff going on, right? So that's an honorary A for Grim. I don't know how you're actually making it in Buster Blader, I'll be honest with you. If you can, it's an A tier card, but if you can't, it's just sitting in your extra deck and it's a D tier. But I will leave that there so that Grim can be happy if he watches this VOD, right? Up next, Virgil, the Rockstar of Burning Abyss. Now this is a Synchro monster, level 6 Synchro, so that means I know that there is at least one Burning Abyss tuner, and I only saw one tuner that was a Burning Abyss, so that might be a 3 of. That might be a 3 of. Right? So they were only originally a trap deck. In modern Yu-Gi-Oh! They're generally a combo deck, especially with Phantom Knights, who we're getting with you. Oh! Okay, I'm here for that then. I like combos, I don't like traps as much. I feel like sitting on traps is too boring, right? Okay, so, one tuner, one or more non-tuner monsters. It's a generic, okay. It's actually generic, but we know who this is for. Also, Virgil kind of saucy too. He gives me chicken vibes though. Do you see what I mean? Like the feathers on his head and the, never mind. You can only control one Virgil. Fairs. I only need one. Once per turn, discard one Burning Abyss card. Target one card your opponent controls are in their graveyard. Shuffle it into the deck. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, draw one card. Only use the effect once per turn. This is a great card. This is a great card. It's got no protection. But this is going to flow out of your deck like water that it doesn't need. It will be so seamless to make that you don't need the protection. It will be so seamless to make that you don't need the protection. Why I say that is, special summon one Abyss, special summon one Burning Abyss, special summon another Burning Abyss, boom, you have a Virgil, discard one Burning Abyss, use its effect. Oh, they try and Book of Moon you before you do that, well, you have two Burning Abyss cards still in your hand, make something else, do something else. Especially if you're going second, then you would still have another card in your hand to do something with, right? This is cool. This is cool, and if it's destroyed by battle or card effect, you get to do a little something special, you get to do a little something nice, right? Can only control one. I don't like the discard cost, but I understand it. Oh, and you'll proc another Burning Abyss card effect if you discard it. Okay, no. That's saucy. I like the discard cost now. It makes sense again. Karma Cut. Burning Abyss can use Karma Cut. They can use Karma Cut, no? I don't know if they want to because it'll disrupt them, but like, we'll see, right? You're shuffling cards back into the deck. So this deck outs Melodious right off the bat. This deck has an easy Melodious out. Super seamless, super easy, super straightforward. Shuffle back into the deck, right? And if it's destroyed, see, here's the thing. If it's destroyed by battle or card effect, you get to draw one. But it's not floating itself, you get me, right? And if they Karma Cut you, if they bounce you or send you back into the deck, then you don't get that search off. But it's still interesting. I like this. If we're getting Phantom Knights, Raid Raptors can't be too far around the corner. I've heard about Raid Raptors a lot. A lot of people seem to like them. If you control a set monster, you'll be exactly. If I have the Karma Cut set, then they'll blow up, right? But yeah, Phantom Knights have a one card combo that make Dante search a PK try. I don't even know what that means. I don't wait for PK box. Phantom Knights. That makes sense. He can. Oh my goodness, he's a synchro monster. So if your opponent blows this up, if this is in your graveyard, oh, bravo. I like this. Oh, is this S or A? Is this S or A? If Dante's A, but Dante gives you so much more advantage than this. I feel like Dante is your advantage, whereas this is your disruption. But it's not a quick play. Oh, I don't feel like he's on Dante's level. He's one level down though. Top of A tier. I like that. I like that homie comes back. Yo, this box is not half bad. Like, if you don't care about the archetypes that are coming in the box, then it's really not worth it, right? But if you care at all about them, then this is some fun stuff. And also Nightmares in the box, which again, so many good turn ones. Okay, let's keep it moving. Alright, cool. So, what else you got? I'm starting to see some of the sauce behind Burning Abyss. I think Dante and Virgil are the most fun parts of it so far, because so far all we've seen is a Burning Abyss card that searches in the end phase, and we've seen a Burning Abyss card that summons from the graveyard. Dante and Virgil are kind of the ones who have had all the sauce. Virgil has a more useful, like, because Dante's effect is only as good as the Abyss as the Burning Abyss cards that we have in the game. So far, we've only seen 2, and the 2 effects are kind of just like summon a card from the graveyard, cool, but what does that card do? And search your deck in the end phase, which it's the end phase, so you're not really helping, right? So Dante and Virgil is actually where it's at so far. Odd Eyes Fusion. Fusion summon 1 Dragon Fusion monster from your extra deck, using monsters from your hand or field as fusion materials. Hand or field, got it. Okay. If your opponent controls 2 or more monsters and you control no monsters, okay, so it's a recovery card too. You can also use up to 2 Odd Eyes monsters in your... I've read this card before. I don't remember where I saw this card, but this card is damn good. Because assume that because... If there are any Odd Eyes cards, I don't know enough about the Odd Eyes cards, but let's say you have 2 Odd Eyes cards in your extra deck that can be used to fusion summon another card in your extra deck. Boom, you got yourself a free monster off of this one card. This one card gets you a fusion. It is a 1 card fusion summon if your opponent has 2 monsters. So it's a late game card. It's for the purposes of recovery, or if your opponent has built a really big board going first, right? That's a solid card in my opinion. That is a solid card in my opinion. I do like this. I like this. Right? Virgil is lower than Dante. That does feel familiar. Devil May Cry. You love to see it. Right? But yeah. Okay, so let's keep it moving. Odd Eyes Fusion is a weird SR because it's only really good if we get Vortex Dragon, which like this card is only as good as what it can make. Odd Eyes Vortex. Well, oh wait, are we not? Wait, but Jojo, if we're not getting Vortex, I don't, because if I read Vortex and Vortex makes me like the card, that's bias that shouldn't be afforded to the card. You feel me, right? Because if we don't have the card that makes this card good, then this card is bad and it should be treated as such. You feel me? Pop your own Odd Eyes in the scale and bam, you have free material for it. Fairs. You could discard Skarm and set a card like Karma so you have something to discard. True. You know, let me look at this Vortex card. I am curious now, right? Odd Eyes Vortex. Jojo, you got me curious. What does this say? 1 Odd Eyes monster, 1 Pendulum monster. So if you got any Pendulum monster in your face-up extra deck, you can use that. When this card is special summon, you can drag 1 opponent's face-up attack position monster, return it to the hand. Oh, but it can miss timing. When a spell trap or other monster effect is activated, quick effect, shuffle 1 face-up Pendulum monster from your extra deck into the deck. Negate! Damn! Holy, that's actually really good. But no, we don't have this yet, so I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. This card isn't good until we get that card. This card isn't good until we get this card. Yeah, no. This isn't This isn't. You can summon Gatling Fowl. See, wait, do you mean Gatling Ghoul? Gatling, what's it called? I know Gatling is okay, but I don't feel like. Wait, what? How do you spell Gatling? I don't feel like Gatling on its own is good enough to warrant it. 1 performable power monster, 1 level 5 or higher dark monster. So yeah, you can use that card to make this, and this is in the game. If this card is fusion summon, so it doesn't miss timing, inflict 200 damage to your opponent for each face-up card on the field. Then, if this card was fusion summon using a Pendulum monster as material, destroy 1 monster your opponent controls, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the original attack. You can make this. But I don't know if it's worth running Odd Eyes Fusion. Odd Eyes Fusion will be crazy once we get the right cards, in my opinion. But if you close your eyes, right? I don't know about this. It's a fiend, so you can't. Oh, you can't. Oh wait, I can't make him? Someone won Dragon. God damn it. Yeah, no, I don't like this card. I don't like this card. Too restrictive. I don't like this card. This is gonna be a C tier. If I want to put it in C tier because if we get the right cards, this card is okay. If we get the right cards, this card is okay. But for now, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling the vibe. Someone might prove me wrong. Someone may very easily prove me wrong about that. But so far, I'm not really a fan. Right? Let's see what else. Dante is just notoriously insanely good. No hard ones returns on any of his 3 effects. Mills for cost. Literally no downsides to anything with that card. No, but see, here's the thing. Why my only issue with Dante so far is Dante's only as good as the cards that you mill to the graveyard, right? So far, I haven't seen any cards that I'm milling to the graveyard that make Dante super busted. He depends very heavily on the other Burning Abyss cards, which is why I still want to see what the rest of them say, you know? Silent Magicians and Magician Pendulums. Silent Magicians wherever you can put them because they're just baddies. Well, not, oh, actually no, just the one. Just Silent Magician, the level 4 one. You know the one with the hips. You know the one I mean, right? Let's keep it moving. All right, so Pendulum Call. I've heard good things about this. I'm pretty sure Galaxy liked this card. Discard 1 card. All right, cool. -1. That's all good. -2 actually. Oh, but add 2. Okay, so hand neutral actually. Discard 1 card, and then obviously this goes to the graveyard, but you add 2 Magician Pendulum monsters with different names from your deck to your hand, so you go hand neutral off of this. Very nice. Also, until the end of your opponent's next turn after this card resolves, Magician cards in your Pendulum zones cannot be destroyed by card effects. Can they be targeted? You can only activate 1 Pendulum Call per turn. You cannot activate this card if you activated a Magician monster Pendulum effect. Okay. I like this. I like this because you are searching your Pendulum Summon. You are just discard 1 card and you Pendulum Summon. Easy. I do like that. I absolutely love that. That is one of the best cards for Magician Pendulum specifically. I want to see something. Real quick. Duplicate. Let's go to Duel Links meta. Real quick. I want to see the Magician Pendulum cards that we have. Magician, Pend. Okay, so we have, you can search Noble Dragon Magician. That's interesting. You can search Noble Dragon Magician. Time Gazer and Stargazer, 2 very good targets, obviously. Dragon Pit, solid search, but that means you can't use its effect to destroy spells and traps. Can you? You cannot activate this card if you activated a Magician Okay, no, but you can activate the Magician Pendulum monsters afterwards. Okay, so that's fine then. You can still use the effects. I like that. Okay, so that's absolutely fine, right? Now, we don't have that many good Magician scales, but this has high potential for later. High potential for later. I mean, it's a free level 1 and 8 here. It's a free level 1 and 8 here. So like that normal Pendulum Magician build just got a hell of a lot more consistent is the primary thing. And one of its primary issues was consistency. So I like that. I really like that, right? I feel it. The first structure deck might be exactly right. This retroactively makes the first structure deck good, right? I like it. I definitely like Sky Iris already makes that's what I'm thinking. Sky Iris makes him untargetable. Pendulum Call will protect them. So together with Sky Iris, but to open a card where you have a hand where you have both of them and you still have something relevant to Pendulum Summon, by the end of it you might not have any disruptive effects for next turn is the problem, right? Because I like this consistency boost, but where's the disruption protection, right? Like let me rephrase. You have the consistency, your scales are protected. What about your monsters on the field? How do you not get OTK'd? Because bearing in mind, you send 1, okay, imagine you go first. You send 1 card back with Pendulum Call. You have 2 scales, beautiful. You have 2 cards left. That better be a monster and some defensive back row, or you're in trouble, which means that whole Sky Iris thing out the window, right? If you're going second, activate this, then you've got 2 cards and maybe Sky Iris and you can be offensive. But like, I feel like they need better disruption, the Pendulum Magician like beat, to be better. This is an easy A card. I'm not trashing the card by any means. It's good. It's amazing. It's some great consistency. It is some great consistency, right? The pen code restriction doesn't stop you from using the first. Exactly, right? Odd Eyes plays Magician Pendulums a lot. Fair enough. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Fair enough. Noble Dragon is good for a discard. Okay, fairs. Okay, I'm liking all these ideas. Vix with some ideas, Set with some ideas too. It's alright, Clash with, okay, yeah, I've read that. Okay, they made this SR to ban it later. Okay. Dino Stir or Draco Sack. You can search out the new Pendulum card to make the, okay, I like that too. You can make the new Dino Stir. Okay, cool. There's some great ideas here. Groovy, you think you have a combo? Let's have it. Pendulum Magicians are more of a combo. It's sounding very combo heavy. I'm seeing what I love about this is, and what I love about Yu-Gi-Oh! In general is, so many people have just given me so many different ideas for how this could be applied, and I love that. I absolutely love that there's so many different ways you could go about this. There are so many different options and routes and variants that you can try and make happen with this, right? Like it's not clear cut, it's not straightforward. I like that this gives you options. Right? Yo, not Brady. What's good, homie? Welcome. You can discard Master, then summon Master with Dino Stir. Fair enough. Okay, so with that being said, I'm thinking because this card is either high A or low S. It's either high A or low S, right? Because if it didn't just say Magicians, because by limiting itself to Magicians, there aren't that many crazy Magician cards. Like if we had some Magician cards that had some awesome Pendulum Scale effect, like for example, if one of the Magician Pendulum Scales gave you some disruptive protection on your opponent's turn, kind of like what the Dino Mist cards do, or kind of like what the Abyss Actor cards do, where, oh, if one of your cards would be destroyed, destroy me instead, or do X or Y or Z, right? That would be fire, but all of the Magician Pendulum cards that we have currently only work on your turn, right? They only work on your turn, which holds it back. I think that holds it back and puts it in A tier. I think for what we've got right now, it's an A tier. It's an amazing consistency card. I love the card, but I'm not insane about it. I'm not fully in love with it. I'll be honest. Sky Iris, Scale, Odd Eyes, pop. That is a lot. Damn. If you put it below S, I'm unsubscribing. Wait, come back. That's what I'm saying. Like, what are you searching, right? It's one thing to say you have the best search card in the game, but if all you're searching is muddy water, then until you get something better to work with, you're not doing enough, right? For what it is now, A tier. For what it can be, S tier. But I want to focus on what it is now, right? That's just how I feel about it. We don't have the Great Magician Pendulums yet. Once we get the Great Magician Pendulums, I will put this in S. I will mentally put this in S easily. I think that this is a freaking amazing card, but for now, I'm not really a fan. Right? Double Iris. Double Iris, you say? Double Iris Magician. Okay. What does this say? Okay, Pendulum Effect. Once per turn, you can target one Dark Spellcaster type monster you control, apply this effect, then destroy this card. Once applied, double any battle damage the monster inflicts to your opponent this turn if it battles an opponent's monster. That's interesting. Scale 8, very good, very, very good. So you're doubling your Dark Spellcaster type monster's damage. It's interesting. If this card is destroyed by battle card effect, you can add one Pendulum. I'm not in love with it. It's interesting, but I'm not in love with it. Right? Okay, so let's keep it moving. Right? Let's keep it moving. Yang Zing, more Yang Zing stuff. Okay. Once per turn, if a monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, special summon one Yang Zing monster from your deck. Cannot special summon monsters in the extra deck except synchro monsters. It's a continuous trap, which is not. It's good and bad. It's a continuous trap, meaning that I can use it multiple times. So if every time my monsters are destroyed, I can summon a card from my deck. It locks me out of anything but synchros, but I'm assuming this deck only wants synchro summon. But because it's continuous, if I get if I get Cosmic Cyclone or MST'd, the effect just doesn't resolve, right? Like unlike regular trap cards, where even if you MST a regular trap card, you still get the effect. This can do it multiple times, but it can be shut down and prevented from even doing it the one time. That's a trade-off between continuous traps and regular ones, right? Because isn't Oasis of Dragon Souls just infinitely better than this? No, it's not. I'm being unfair. I feel like I'm being unfair, right? I'm still debating about that second S-type card. It's just Yang Zing, you are better. I mean, fairs. Noble Dragon Magician, Dharma Eye Magician. You gotta note this deck is all about using summoning mechanics. Look at what's in. I want to see it do something first, right? A buddy of mine has an account with max gems but doesn't know what free-to-play deck to build. Any suggestions? If he wants to be free-to-play, Dynamist. It's one of the best free-to-play decks in the game right now, for ladder anyway. It is absolutely phenomenal, and it'll probably take you. Yeah. If you're at max gems, that's 9,999. You can absolutely build Dynamist with just that amount, right? But yeah. I put Jar of Avarice in this. Fairs. Double Iris Search is a search spell and a powerful disruption trap. And once per wait, hold on. Did I misread this? Double Iris. Once per turn, target one dark spell caster. Oh, it's the monster effect that you were referring to. Okay. If it's destroyed by a battle or card effect, so I guess you can pop it with Sky Iris or something. I'm not a fan. As for Yang Zing Creation, it's okay. It's not bad. It's just okay. I'm not particularly excited. About this, but hey, it's something. It's something, right? It's something. On to the next. Evil Swarm Thunderbird. Yeah, I remember reading this card. During either player's turn, when a card or effect is activated, except during the damage step, banish this card you control. During the next standby phase, return this banished card. And if you do it, gains 300 attack. You can only use it once per turn. So it basically just, hey, you can normal summon me, and then I will leave you defenseless for a little bit. I don't see why that would be good. D tier, easy D tier. I don't even need to think about that. The other Evil Swarm cards that we have are just infinitely better. They don't really need that, I don't think. Right? But yeah, that's that. Also, the monster effect happens if it's destroyed in the pen zone too. Oh, hold on. Are you kidding? Hold on. This card is also always treated as a Pendulum Dragon. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, add one pendulum. What is Pendulum Graph? I don't know what Pendulum Graph is, but whatever. So you can destroy it, destroys itself and searches your deck. Okay, I like it better now. I mean, we don't have it, so all of this is speculative anyway, but I like it better now. Fair enough, right? Double Iris activates when it destroys itself. I didn't realize that. Thank you for clarifying. Now, Suani, Fire of the Yang Zing, level 4 monster. When this card you control is destroyed by battle or card effects, sent to you. Okay, so whenever any of these cards are destroyed, they special summon. It's like worse magnets. It's like worse magnet warriors. Okay. You can only use this effect once per turn. Once per turn during your opponent's main phase or battle phase. Immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon one synchro monster using only Yang Zing monsters you control. This is a quick effect. Oh my goodness. What? This isn't a tuner monster though. This isn't even a tuner monster. Once per turn during your opponent's main phase of battle phase, you can immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon one synchro monster using only Yang Zing monsters you control. But this isn't a synchro monster. This isn't a tuner. This is a worm effect monster. So is this treated as a tuner for the purposes of this effect? Can someone tell me? Please? Can someone does this treat itself as the tuner for that effect? Once per turn during your opponent's main or battle phase, immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon one synchro monster using only Yang Zing monsters you control. That sounds to me, Yang Zing. That sounds to me like it's supposed to be the tuner monster. Am I wrong about that? Am I wrong in thinking that it treats itself as the tuner monster for that effect? And that just makes this even better, right? Oh, Giatu is a tuner. Giatu, okay, so the card that we read before that summons 2 other Yang Zing monsters is a tuner monster, right? So you can summon a card with 0 attack and 0 defense, right? The card that we just read has 0 defense. So you can summon this using Giatu, and on your opponent's turn, you now have the ability to make a level 6 synchro, or depending on what the other card you summoned was, do something else. Okay, so I like this. That is interesting. The float can miss timing. Ugh. That's annoying. Okay, so you have to get yourself the in-archetype tuners, which might prove to be tedious. But that's interesting. That's interesting at the very least, right? Okay, so the quick play synchro on your opponent's turn. So if you use these cards in conjunction with one another, this feels like it should be a free-to-play archetype. I kind of want to move this up now. Okay, I'll put this card in A and this card in B because it only works with that card, right? It only works if you've got a tuner, but if you use this card to summon this one, then you've got some heat in your back pocket, right? You can do something kind of fun, right? And this is the level 1, so you could make a Black Rose. It has 0 attack and defense, meaning that it can meet either of the requirements for that other card. I'm starting to like this. a little bit, right? Okay. Set Arc Pendulum, set Sky Iris, destroy a card, and add Noble Dragon, trigger Arc Pendulum, summon. Royd City adds Kairoy, and you won't get OTK'd. Groovy, I see it, but it does sound kind of complicated. I feel like the more complicated something is, the less consistent it has the potential to be. I don't know about that, Groovy. I don't know about that. Right? I don't know about that. Okay, so when this card, okay, float, yada yada yada. Now, when a Yang Zing monster you control is destroyed by a battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard while this card is in your graveyard, special summon this card and banish it when it leaves the field. That's not crazy. I think this card primarily exists for the purposes of being used to make like level 7 synchros if you want to. I like that it can summon something else, but that's not good. That's not good in my opinion. Right? Oh wait, they all have 0 defense and level 2. Okay, that makes sense then. Kitten, that makes sense. Right? Oh wait, dude, you don't think the Odd Eye spell deserves S? The reason why I think it deserves S is because it searches the entire deck, or it destroys a card on the field, so it's never a brick. If you open it turn 1, you search your deck. If you don't open it turn 1, like other search spells, if you don't need them, you don't really have a purpose for them. But this, you could still search or destroy a card on the field. I like that versatility, right? But yeah, it's never a brick. I mean, we'll see. We'll see it in practice when it comes out. Like I said, I see the vision. I just don't know. I just don't know about it, right? I have doubts. Unmasked Dragon, when this card is destroyed by battle into the graveyard, special summon 1 Rim monster with 1500 or less defense from your deck. If I'm not mistaken, all of the buddies we've been looking at so far are, they're all Wyrm monsters, and they all have 0 attack or varying things. So this card was added to the game specifically now for the purposes of using those other cards. And the problem is, this says when it's destroyed by battle into the graveyard, not even just by card effects, so it's bad. It's bad, but it's interesting, right? It's bad, but it's interesting. I'll put it at the top of D tier, right? It's bad, but it's interesting. Ooh, more Burning Abyss. I'm waiting. I'm still looking for that Burning Abyss card that just took, Worm? Well, damn. Did we already do Buster Dragon? Yes, we did. We put Buster Dragon in, I believe we put it in B tier. I think, right? I think we did, Mark Magician, right? But yeah, seriously, I strategically, it's not a strategy. I just pronounce things wrong all the time. It's how I go through life, right? I choose ignorance on a daily basis. Now, I want to see about this card. If you control a monster, yep. Only use 1 effect per turn, yep. Special summon, yep. Okay, if this card is sent to the graveyard, target 1 monster on the field, banish it. Why? Why does it say until the end phase? This is a once per turn. A weakness that I've just realized about this deck is if you mill 2 of the same monster into your graveyard, because all of the effects are once per turn, I'm pretty sure you just get less effects now. Even if you mill 2 of this, you only get 1 banish, if I'm not mistaken anyway. Target 1 monster on the field, banish it. It's banished removal, but only for, it's like a malevolent sin. It's like a malevolent sin from your graveyard. That's what it is. It's a malevolent sin from your graveyard, which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. It's a malevolent sin from your graveyard, right? It's malevolent sin. Farva turns Dante into malevolent sin. True, Farva it turns Dante into malevolent sin. I do like that. I do like that. I feel like this is the first Burning Abyss card that I've read where I'm like, okay, so this is what we're sending to the graveyard. This is what we're doing, right? This is what we want to see in the graveyard. This is what we're trying to proc in the graveyard to get banishes going and everything. I wish it was a permanent banish. I do wish it was a permanent banish. But I will accept once per turn. And I mean, hey, if you're able to recycle it back onto the field with the other cards and find its way back to the graveyard somehow, then you can get multiple banishes going. You can, right? It's targeted. This feels like a solid A tier. This feels like a solid A tier to me. This feels like a solid A tier. It's malevolent sin. It's malevolent sin in little demon form, little demon boy form, right? This feels like a solid high A tier to me. It feels like a solid high A. That's the best I'm willing to give it though, right? When am I doing more point rooms? We're doing some later in the week, my friend. Angel, we're doing some later in the week. But we're just going through a couple tier lists. We have this tier list and then one other tier list that we're doing. And then the next stream after that is going to be a point battle room leading into a tournament. Permanent banish might be a little OP. Fair enough, right? Nut boy, you are correct. So this takes stuff out of Dante's way for a direct attack. The problem is Dante will have 2,500 attack after the mill. If you're able to get other monsters on the field, you might see an OTK out of that. I just want more disruption. So far, the reason why I'm not that impressed is because so far, this is the only card that gives me any disruption in the deck, other than Flute Boy, Rockstar, Virgil, right? This and Virgil are the only disruptive potential of the deck. They don't have any quick play disruption that I've seen so far for their opponent's turn, right? This is all for their turn. Dante and Virgil have some floating effects, which is cool, but other than that, I don't really know. I don't really know about this. Maybe there's more. So far, I'm not seeing it. Right? So far I'm not seeing it. If Dante was a quick effect, this deck would be perfect because you might get a Farfall on your opponent's turn for a quick play banish. I'm seeing what you do on your turn, but there's two problems. One, I'm not seeing how you achieve an OTK with 1, maybe 2 banishes because you have one Farfa for your turn. It's once per turn, and then maybe you use Virgil to bounce something back into the deck. So you have that. Maybe you get an OTK off of that. I'm just having a hard time seeing how you do it in just one turn, get everything done while playing through your opponent's cards. I'm struggling. I'm struggling to see the power here. I feel this deck feels like it's missing something. Is there a card that they're missing that they don't have? There has to be something that they're missing. There must be. I don't see it. I'm going to leave and come back for the second tier list. Najam, we'll catch you later. Have a wonderful day, my friend. Merry Christmas to you, right? Yeah, the main box tier list is going to be afterwards, right? True, they might have a skill. They might have a skill that makes them better. To be fair, to be absolutely fair. They are missing cards. Who are they missing? This paired with Maladoka, the ritual monster using the Jin, might be the way to go. Okay. Beatrice. Nick says Beatrice. Who's Beatrice? That's a weird name. Beatrice, Lady of the Eternal. Is this, am I reading the right Beatrice? Who is this? Oh, 2 level 6 monsters. You can also exit summon this card by sending 1 Burning Abyss monster from your hand to the graveyard, then using 1 Dante monster. Hold on! Dante is a subclass of monster? There's more Dantes? Hold the phone. How many Dantes are there? Oh! So there's a Dante Pilgrim as well. Okay, well, later, right? Okay. Exes, okay, yep. So you rank up on top of it. That's actually pretty damn cool. But it's also generic. You can use this in other decks if you want to. It's 2 level 6 monsters or rank up on a Dante. If summoned this way, the following effect cannot be activated this turn. If you use Dante, you can't summon it this. You can't. Oh, so if you use Dante, you don't get the special effect. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can attach 1 Exes material from this card. Send 1 card from your deck to the graveyard. Hold the phone! If this card in your possession is destroyed by your opponent's card by battle or card effect, sent to your graveyard, special one burning abyss monster from your extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. Bro, this is what they're missing. This is what they're missing. This is what they're missing. Here's the problem, though. Here's the problem, though. You don't get the quick play if you use Dante to summon it. If summoned this way, the following effect cannot be activated. Oh, it can't be activated this turn. It can be activated on other turns, like your opponent's turn, which is a turn that matters. Oh, so you can send Farfa to the graveyard as a quick play effect. You mill 3 with Dante, get your effects going. Then you rank up on top of Dante, make baby girl over here, you swing. Then on your opponent's turn, you send a Farfa to the... This is what they're missing. That's why I don't like the deck. That's why they're missing this. That's why I don't like it. They're missing something to do to their opponent on their opponent's turn to mess up their opponent's plays. Right? That's the problem. And this actually floats. It's not just letting you draw a card. It actually floats into another monster. This is what they're missing. That's why I'm not happy. Now I understand this hole in my chest, right? Now I understand it, right? That's why I get it now. Beatrice tour guide, and they play with rituals, so they're missing a lot. Now I understand. Now I understand. I bet you honestly, brother. Also, invoke Bujins is a future. Yeah. Hey, yo, much love, Jojo. That does sound kind of fun, right? Fiend griefing facts. Okay, fairs. If you do think they're gonna have a skill, which character though? I have no idea. I don't know enough about them. I don't know enough about them to make a guess like that, right? So what I'm seeing is they are. Oh, my camera died. Hold on, camera's dead. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Let me switch out my camera battery real quick. So this is oh no, I think this might be Necros all over again, you guys. I'm a little bit worried now. Having read that. Let me switch out my battery real quick. 1 sec. Right? Because having read this now, having seen what they're missing what I think is a key component, and that is the ability to do something to their opponent during the opponent's turn, right? Like, you have to have some disruptive capabilities if you wanna contend, right? You can't just be limited to doing things on your turn exclusively. If you can only do things on your turn exclusively, you're gonna struggle. That doesn't mean you're automatically bad, but like, Harpies are good because Harpies bounce on your turn. Melodious is good because they create an iron wall and you score, and they also have score for your turn, right? They have Diva, they have Shuberta, they have score, all for your turn, that they can use, right? So I'm not seeing the counterplay to what your opponent is doing here, you know? I'm a little bit worried now, right? I'm a little bit worried now. BA also has their own ritual in the TG box. Oh wait, they do? They already have a ritual? Hold on. They already have a ritual in game? Duel Links meta. Let's check this out. Burning. Now I don't think rituals in general are all that good, but we've got a couple. Okay, no. This is really good. This is really good. There is, we don't have that. Okay, so we've got these cards. We have to read all of these. We're not gonna rank them, but we have to read them to give us hope, right? We have to read them to give us hope, right? Right. I want to see this. Right? I want to see this. Let's read the other cards that they have. The ritual is trash. We don't talk about it. Okay, fairs. Hope that you open Belisa Squad a Karma Cut. Okay, so let's look at this. You can ritual summon this card with good and the evil. Okay, we don't care about that. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can send one burning abyss monster from your hand to the graveyard. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls. To the end of this turn. Okay, doo-doo butter. On to the next. I actually care about this. Libic, what do you say? If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one level 3 Dark Fiend monster from your hand, but its effects are negated. That's okay. Okay, so it's more board presence. We've already kind of got that with the card that special summons from the graveyard, but it's something. What else do they have here? If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target up to 3 burning abyss cards in your graveyard, except this one. Banish. Wait, what? What? No, Barbar, no! No, you're bad! No, you're bad, Barbar, no! What about you? If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can send one burning abyss spell trap card. No! No, Kanga, not you too, no! What about you? If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can choose one burning abyss card from your deck, place it on top of you. I guess this, but if this is, I guess this can help you set up like a mill strategy with Dante or something. Oh no, it's bad, you guys. It's bad. This is a ritual. Target any number of burning abyss monsters in your graveyard that were sent to this turn, especially some of them in defense position, you can only activate. Oh, but it's a trap. That's not terrible, but it's a trap. No, not like this. What does this do? Graph, who are you? We don't have this, do we? If this card is into the graveyard, you can special summon one burning abyss monster from your deck. Bro, why don't we have this? Why don't we have this? Why don't we have these nice things, Konami? Please. Be reasonable. Be reasonable. Oh no, I'm sad. I'm very worried, you guys. I don't think Burning Abyss is meant to be good. I don't think it's meant to be good in Duel Links. I don't think it's meant to be good in Duel Links, you guys. I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little bit worried. I mean, I feel like they'll be used as an engine. I feel like the Abyss, the Burning Abyss engine will be alive and well, right? I feel like I don't know. I have my doubts now. After actually getting into it, I can see them as maybe a rank 3 engine potentially, but other than that, I don't know, you guys. I really don't know, you guys. It is worrying. I'm worried. Wait, what? What is that? What is that? Okay. I fixed it. Right? I'm scared. I'm a little bit scared, you guys. I'm gonna keep it a $1.50 with you. I'm gonna keep it a $1.50. So I'm calling it Beatrice in the selection box. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that, right? No Graph, no True Guy, no Beatrice. Bro, this is gonna be something else. This just isn't what I was expecting. It isn't what it's not what I was hoping for. I'll keep it a buck. I'm a little disappointed by Burning Abyss. I'm excited for everyone in the TCG who's gonna get a deck that they like. But from what I'm reading, I don't see how this works. What do you do to your opponent on their turn? You don't have Beatrice. You have no interaction on your opponent's turn, meaning that if you don't OTK, your opponent comes back around, kicks you in the nuts. What do you do then? Right? Blizzard Dragon, level 4. Once per turn, you can target one monster your opponent controls. It cannot change its battle position or declare an attack until the end of your opponent's next turn. You're dumb. I don't know what you do. You're dumb. You're dumb. I hate you. I feel like I did that out of spite because I'm so upset. Oh, I was really excited. I was really excited for the Burning Abyss stuff, right? People were people were very excited for it. It was always an engine deck. The deck never did good standalone after balance. Okay, fair enough. We'll see. We'll see. I'm really hoping. I wanted it to be a deck that could stand on its own in Duel Links, right? In Duel Links. Apparently that might not be the case. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm praying I'm wrong. Don't take my word as gospel, right? Don't take me saying this as like, oh, it's bad. I'm never gonna change my opinion. It's bad. No. If we see it do well, then I'll be happy for it. But like it's just unfortunate, you know? Right, exactly. It feels like it doesn't have a win condition. You have 3 Farfas that maybe you can recycle for your banishes, and I guess Virgil for some banish plays. But like, I guess that's it. I guess that's your win con. Farfa Virgil. But yeah, that's about it. Magispector Raccoon Bunbaku. The only reason I put this here is because it reminded me of Ponpoko, and I really like Ponpoko and all of his friends. Ponpoko, Tan, all those little beast monsters. When this card is normal, express summon, add 1 Magispector month. Yeah, I don't know what this means. I don't care about this. It reminds me of a time in my youth where I was happy and free. And so for that reason, that's the only reason I even included it in the tier list. I'm gonna put it in C tier, high C, just because I like the way it looks. If you came here for factual information, sorry, I don't know why you did that. I don't know why you did that, right? They did Magispectors Beyond Dirty. I don't know what that is. It's a Stratos? Wait, what? I didn't actually read it. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. When the card is normal summon, you can add 1 Magispector monster from you. Oh, it's searching. It searches. Okay. I genuinely was not paying attention. Can only use effect once per turn. Cannot be targeted. Oh, it can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. That's interesting. You've only got 1200 attack. But hey, that's interesting. You've got a scale of 5, which is ass. I'm assuming you're going to be summoning like level 3, like low level monsters. I'm gonna leave you in C. I'm gonna leave you where you are. Tatooine Shadow of the Yang Zing, 0 defense, 2200 attack, not bad. When this card you control is destroyed, yep, blah, 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 blah. Once per turn during your opponent's main phase or battle phase, okay. After this effect resolves, Synchro Summon using okay, so this and the level 4 one, and using this and the level, okay, so this is how you make a level 7. This Tatooine is how you make a level 7. This is how you make a level 6. So this is your level 6 with Yang Zing. This is your level 7 with Yang Zing. So I guess they should go side by side, right? So that's your Black Rose. That's your Black Rose. Fair enough. Fair enough. I like it. I like it. And if you if you Black Rose your field with another Yang Zing monster on the field, will it miss timing? I don't think it misses timing. It might though. Anyway, we move on. We move on regardless, right? Imagine Burning Abyss with a bunch of traps and spells which require a discard. That could be fire. Its current form in TCG is with Phantom Knights because it's like scales. Okay. Bunbaku is a great Stratos with nothing good to search. Fairs. I don't know anything about Magispectors. I feel like I've heard the name. But we'll see. Oh, we only got 2 Magispectors? Oh, that's ass then. Never mind. Magica Libra. I just liked this. This isn't a good card, I don't think. It's a level 4 monster, scale of 5. Pendulum effect. Declare level from 1 to 6. Then target 2 face-up monsters you control. Reduce the level of 1 by the number that you said, and increase the level of 1 by the level that you said. And then you can do whatever you want after that. It's dumb. It's a normal monster. It can do interesting things, I guess. I just thought it was kind of funny because like it's a literal scale. You know, I just like the artwork. That's the only reason it's on here. I think it's bad. I think it's dumb. But like it requires too much math, more math than I'm willing to actually do. So that's why that's there, right? That's why that's there. Now, Pendulum Impenetrable. This, I remember reading this, and I think this might actually be one of my favorite cards in the box. This turn, cards in the Pendulum Zones cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Also negate any effect activated by your opponent that targets cards in the Pendulum Scales. Imagine this with Dynamist, bro. Imagine this with Dynamist. Cards in the Pendulum. So this is because one of the best ways to stop Dynamist is to destroy the cards that are protecting them from targeting and destruction and then going after them. This just says no to that. This just says you don't get to. You just don't get to be happy as a quick play effect. But not only that, it works with any Pendulum archetype. So this is like a quick play Sky Iris, but only for 1 turn. But it protects you from targeting and destruction, which I think is kind of cool. The problem being we only have one. If you're not using a Pendulum skill, you've only got 1 free spell in the Trap Zone. I don't know if you want to give it to this, of all things. But let's say you're starting up a Pendulum play and your opponent tries to disrupt it. Boom, you activate this. This is kind of cool. Right? Pendulums do not want to go -1. Dynamists don't care. Dynamists are pretty okay going -1. Dynamists are pretty okay going -1 because of, again, the continuous spell eats up space, right? If they didn't have that space issue, because a continuous spell adds a card that's destroyed back to their hand anyway, so they're doing fine in terms of card resources. So that's why Dynamist was the first thing that came to mind. I don't mind this though, right? It could be a brick though. It could be a brick, right? Oh yeah, Nut Boy. I'm definitely gonna wait on BA before going in. I'm only going into this box for Nightmare. That's after I get Nightmare, I'm done with the box. Right? It's got some great stuff, but I don't care about Odd Eyes. I'm too hesitant about Burning Abyss. And yeah, I really just want Nightmare. I really just want Nightmare. Right? So, but you guys are right. This is situational. I feel like it's interesting. It's not bad. It could be fun. It could be interesting. I'm gonna put it in B tier. I'm gonna put this in like middle of B because I do like the way it looks at me, but that's about it. Right? Let's keep it moving. There's a couple more things. Now, Dynamis card effects or Dynamis skills. Oh no, I know that. I know the Dynamis skills would still be destroyed by their effects and everything, but your opponent can't try and destroy them on their turn to try and like, for instance, let's say I want to Book of Moon my opponent, but I need to MST their scale first. Well, you just don't get to do that. Or something along those lines. It just gives you a little bit more protection for pendulums, and it's for general pendulums, like everything. Anything can have that use for it, you know? I like it. We can agree to disagree, though. Like I feel like it's situational in the way that if you're playing a pendulum deck and your scales are being targeted, Cosmic Cyclone, MST, if those things are being used, that card is useful, right? So it's situational in the same way that those cards are situational. So if you're using those, then that would be a good answer to them. It's just an opinion though, right? Majesty's Pegasus. All Magic Spectre monsters on the field. Yeah, that's going in D tier. I'm not even reading the rest. I don't care. I'm being taught. Tribute 1 win spellcaster monster. Someone 1, you know, yeah, we're moving on. Okay, so Magic Spectre Cyclone, tribute 1 win spellcaster, target 1 monster your opponent controls, destroy it. Okay, so let's just not lie to each other. Anything that says Magic Spectre is going in D tier. Tribute 1 win spellcaster, target 1 monster your opponent controls. Okay, so I'm gonna also put this one can go in C. Merry Christmas. Okay, we're moving on now. Because if we only have 2 Magic Spectre cards and none of it matters, right? None of it matters. If your LP is 4,000 or less, so Duel Links basically. When an attack is declared involving a monster you control and your opponent's monster, pay half your life points. Target 1 phase of monster you control, it gains attack equal to the Doing your current LP in 4,000, so 2,000 life points. I mean, I guess you can use this to trigger some skills to cut your life points in half. Is the only reason I can think of that you would want to do this. It's a trap card. It's bad. This is bad. I'll put you in at the bottom of C. I'll put you at the bottom of C because maybe you can use this to trigger some skills for whatever reason. Right? It can help you trigger skills, I guess. Why are mini boxes more valuable than main boxes? I really don't know. The only card in this box that I'm excited for is this one. The best one. I wouldn't go into this box if not for the Evil Swarm card, actually. Because I've already got 3 copies of Infestation Pandemic for my Evil Swarm deck. I went into the selection box. So I actually don't need anything in here. I actually don't care about this. Imagine Spectre searches monster also by any of you gotten +2. But the problem is we don't have any good Magic Spectre cards in the game, so it's doo-doo butter. I'm seriously, all of this is open to be revised once this is just my initial thoughts with what we've got. If we get more support, then anything can be elevated, but we're looking at what we've got right now. It's not that crazy. Hate Buster. When a fiend monster you control is targeted for an attack, target the opponent's attacking monster, and that monster you control destroy both targets and inflict damage equal to the attack of the destroyed. I'm okay. This is going. I think we're in the rare card section now. Okay, Bixie, more Yang Zing monsters. Okay, once per turn during your opponent's main phase or battle phase, after synchro. Oh wait, do they all just quick play synchro summon? So this is level 4 synchros if you want, or just so this is just any level of synchros you want, basically. I like that. I'm gonna put you next to your brothers that also synchro summon, right? Quick play synchros. I like that. Twilight Ninja. I just saw Ninja Pendulums. I don't know if these will be real. I need Wind Witches. I'm here for it. Now see, here's the thing, right? Dante's also a nice table for some decks. True, Dante might be useful for some people. I'm not using him. I might if I find myself using a level 3 deck that also mills. Like if he was a level 4 Booj, it's easy. That would be great. But I don't. Any level 3, any deck that has level 3s that also wants to mill cards, go for it. Maybe Witchcrafters. I don't know. That's just off the top of my head. Twilight Ninja Kagan, right? I don't care about what it says. It doesn't matter to me. I just thought it was interesting that we're getting a scale 1 ninja pendulum and a scale 10 ninja pendulum, meaning that you can pendulum summon the entire ninja archetype now. I thought that was really, really, really cool. I thought that was really, really, really cool, right? I don't care what it does. I don't think it does anything of relevance. But like, hey, ninja support in 2021, 2022, right? I'll put both of them in like C tier just because it's like, hey, cool, ninja scales. They've got some sexy scales. I'm gonna put them in high C. They go high C because they've got some really good scales. Scale 1 and scale 10, that's pretty damn good. That is pretty damn good. I'm gonna keep it $150 with you, right? I'll keep it $150. That is pretty damn good. I'll put them like around there, right? Oh, I don't want to put them above this. So I'll put them like there because this actually relates to something meaningful, right? Let's keep going. Right? Read the Water Yang Zing again. It gives protection. It does. Did I miss something? Bixie Water Yang Zing. When this card you control, just by battle, especially when Yang Zing monster from your deck and attack except Bixie. A single monster you can. Oh! Unaffected by trap effects. That's kind of cool. So it's actually a little bit better than its brothers up here. It's actually a little bit better. But because it's lower level, you're gonna have a harder time making a good. We'll see. I like that protection from traps. But if it's on my opponent's turn, none of their traps will be live on their turn. Actually, hold on. No, that's bad. No, I take it back. You're still bad because if it only protects from traps, and it synchro summons on my opponent's turn. My opponent if things are going the way they should, you get what I mean? Like it would be kind of situational. The point it only works at a certain point in the duel where you've had a turn, then I've had a turn, and now you have a turn again, and you're using a trap on your turn instead of mine. Nah, right? Okay, so Alich Menbrent. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna call you Alich. What do you say? If this card is sent to the graveyard, target one face-up monster on the field, negate its effects. I like this. This is another out to Bloom Diva. This is another Bloom Diva out. I do like this. And if they had Beatrice, you could quick play negate your opponent's effects. There could be a Chalice or a quick play Malevolent Sin. Oh my days, bro. Abyss Actors got done dirty. They got done dirty. You know what I think is gonna be cool? Lightsworn Abyss Actors, Burning Abyss. Lightsworn Burning Abyss is gonna be kind of fire, right? Problem being, Lightsworns don't mill on. Lightsworns only mill on their turn too, so it doesn't really solve the problems that I feel like Burning Abyss is having, right? This isn't bad though. I do like this. Oh, it's permanent. Kitten, it's permanent? I didn't realize that. Okay, that's pretty damn cool. That is pretty damn cool. Never mind. Is this box better than the last mini? What did the last mini have again? The last mini had... What was in the last mini, actually? Hold on. What was in the last mini? Is there a way... wait, let me rank this real quick. I'll rank this, like, next to you. I'll actually rank this above you. I'll rank it above you. It's a quick play... It's a not quick play negate, is what it is. Right? I actually want to rank this lower than these. I'm gonna keep it $1. All you do is search in the end phase, and that's ugly. You're ugly to me, right? Duel Links Battle. Let's look at the last mini box. What was the last mini box? Do they have a way? Do they have a place for you to check it? It was infinite. It was infinite something, right? Infinity. Force of Infinity, right? Now this box had. It had this, which was good generic. It gave you Abyss Actors, which kind of doing something. Dynamis, amazing free-to-play deck, and Santa Claus. Yeah, I feel like the last mini box is better than this new main box. If Abyss Actors don't carry, if Burning Abyss doesn't carry, if Burning Abyss doesn't go dummy, I don't know about this box. Although to be fair, this card alone might carry the box. And the Odd Eye support. No, okay. Just because I don't like Odd Eyes doesn't mean that this support can be ignored. Someone might go dummy with this Odd Eye support, right? There's some solid Odd Eye stuff in here. There's some good Pendulum stuff in general. I don't know about Burning Abyss. I feel like they are missing some key components. I feel like they strategically gave us cards that would get us excited without doing what they need to do. So people will rush into this box thinking that a Burning Abyss, it's here because they recognize Dante. Dante is a great card, but it's missing other things like Beatrice that will actually allow you to be a meta contender. right? I feel like you have a good, this could be an easy ladder deck, right? An easy cog deck, but for actual competitive performance, I feel like they gave you just the right cards to get you excited without giving you what you need to be good. That way you go into this box, you get it, you're like, oh, this is missing some stuff. Then when they release Beatrice and the rest, you have to get it, right? Because you've already spent your money here. I feel like that's the plan with this box. I really do. I really, really do, right? Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, right? We keep it moving. We keep it going. We keep it moving. Rubik, what do you do? Oh, this is a tuner, isn't it? Yeah, this is a tuner. All right, cool, chilling. If you control no monsters, blah, 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 blah. Cannot be used for the single meal. Yep, so this is what you use to make Virgil. Cool. If you control no spell cards, yep, you can summon this from your hand. You can only use, yeah, so it doesn't even have a special effect in the graveyard. It's just a tuner monster. That's all it does. But bearing in mind, it's the only tuner monster for the deck. It doesn't do anything other than be a tuner, but if you want to make Virgil, Rubik has to be a 3-up. It has no effects in the graveyard. It has no effects in the graveyard. It doesn't do anything. This is not it. This is not. Oh yeah, and Yang Zing might be good too, Kitten. You are right. Yang Zing might actually be kind of good, right? True, right? Like this will be good for any deck that wants to mill, like Light Sworns. Light Sworns might enjoy this, right? If 30 cards Boojins come back, you might stick some of these in there just for the heck of it. Probably not, but you might. Mill decks, I guess. Mill decks, I guess. Hey! Thunder Dragons, Thunder Dragon Light Sworns. Right, when you're milling with Thunder Dragons, let's say you mill this to the graveyard, and then because these are dark cards, Levianeer, right? That's something. Light Sworn plus this, you get these good effects in the graveyard, and then you Levianeer by banishing these cards from the graveyard, right? That's something. That's something, right? Okay, I see something. I see there is something here, but it's not what people who like Burning Abyss from the TCG are expecting. There's something here. There is something here, right? Yeah, this is number 40. Oh wait, Crazy Pumpkin. Number 48 is a rank 3 quick effect. Do we have number 48? What's number 48? Number 48. Shadow Lich. I've never seen that. Do we have? Oh wait, no, we do have this. Once per turn during your opponent's turn, you can dash one exceed material from this card. First one Phantom token. Well, you can. Okay. While you control a Phantom token, your opponent cannot target this card for attacks. I mean, yes, it's a quick effect, but it's not good. It just gives you a token that you put in defense position, wastes one of your opponent's attacks. Maybe this could be your turn 1. This could be your turn 1. This could be your turn 1. Rank 3, quick effect. There's Abyss actors are struggling. Not Burning Abyss. Burning Abyss is struggling, bro. It's struggling. This tuner can only be used within its archetype's only tuner. It's a tuner that you can special summon, so it's not a D tier, but it doesn't do anything else. So I don't want to put it on the same level of these guys who actually do something, because it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything, right? It's a quick effect for quick detaching. Who said that? Pumpkin. Yo, pumpkin infused biscuits. I love you guys. I love people like you. Where I was ready to give up, you kept on looking, you kept on thinking. I didn't see it. I didn't consider all the variables. I didn't consider all the facts of the situation. This is your turn 1. Put Farfa in this. Put Farfa inside of this. Ingest Farfa with this. And because it's your turn 1, oh baby girl, you look beautiful. Okay, so Farfa or the one that negates. Take Farfa or take this negate, stick it inside of this, which means that there are 2 different cards. You have 6 cards in your deck that you can open turn 1, make Shadow Lich, make it so that this card won't be destroyed, so you have some extra protection, and then you have your, you did something. Did I just turn my camera off? Oh, I'm sorry, I smacked I killed the cam. I'm sorry, you did something. I actually killed the cam. Bro, you did something. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I falcon punched the table. Oh, it's not coming back on. What did I do? Oh no, what did I do? Oh my days. This is a phenomenal card. This is a phenomenal card. This is a phenomenal card. Good job, you guys. That was really smart. That was really freaking smart. Kudos. Hats off to you. For real, hats off to you guys. How do I fix this? Oh no. Hello? Hello? Please? How do I fix this? Let's deactivate it and try and switch it back on and see if that fixes it. Okay, there we go. Right? Like that is well done. Well done, you guys. For real, well done. That was really smart. That was I love stuff like that. I love seeing you guys do stuff like that. That was insanely. I didn't even think of that. Any rank 3 that we have in game right now that has a quick play effect can be used with this deck to get your effects going on your opponent's turn. You don't have to think in such a limited way like I was doing, right? I was thinking too limited. I was thinking only within the archetype itself. This is a good turn 1 card. Shadow Lich is a good turn 1 card, mark my words. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a hell of a lot. Well done. Massive shout outs to you guys. Massive shout outs to you guys. Right? Yeah, it's a rare card. It's a rare card, so it's easy. It's a rare card, so it's easy. Yo, Rumasa, thank you for the sub and welcome to the Nakama, friend. Welcome to the Nakama. That was really, to be honest, that suggestion alone kind of makes me want to play, it makes me want to play Burning Abyss now. Because there's a turn 1, there's a disruption on my opponent's turn that I was looking for, as a quick play effect. And all the stuff that we talked about before is actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good if you do this now. Every other year, Burning Abyss becomes something different. It went from a trap deck to mid-range deck to monster mash combo to, damn. Okay, so it's very dynamic. Wait, what card is so good? Couldn't see because it was frozen. It's this card, Shadow Lich, right? It's Shadow Lich itself that's good. You make Shadow Lich using either Farfa allows you to quick play. If Farfa gets into the graveyard, you get to target a monster your opponent controls, banish it. If this one gets into the graveyard, you get to target one monster your opponent controls, negate its effects. So, turn 1, you can detach Farfa to the graveyard, quick play. You make this using Farfa and anything else, or using that card and anything else. So literally 6. So that one of those 6 cards plus anything else. Make yourself a Shadow Lich, 2 level 3 monsters. During your opponent's turn, as a quick effect, you summon a Phantom token. So this card is protected from destruction a little bit, which is actually kind of nice, right? Your opponent cannot target this card for attacks, which is it's not destruction protection. You just can't be targeted for attacks. But what's important is, as a quick play effect, you detached Farfa or the other one to the graveyard to negate the effects of one of your opponent's cards to stop their combo in its tracks, or to banish a card. It's like a Beatrice without having to make the Beatrice, right? It's your turn 1 Beatrice, right? I like that. I like that a lot. It doesn't float. It doesn't do any of that, so it's not as good. Mind you, it's not as good, but it's something, and that makes me happy. It makes me happy that something has come of this. It makes me happy that something has come of this, right? That makes me very happy, actually. How do we get rid of it turn 2? Look, you're asking the wrong person these questions. Shush. Hey, turn 2, you have another card that's still attached to it. Maybe you get yourself another banish. And then you do stuff and things. Oh, hold on. Someone else can figure that out. That's not a problem for Saul. That's not me. You've talked to someone else about that. Talk to someone else. I'm not your guy. I'm not that guy. Talk to someone else. Because I'm pretty sure the other, cards, the other Burning Abyss cards, they destroy themselves automatically when you control another monster, don't they? They destroy themselves automatically, don't they? How far away was the last Burning Abyss card that we looked at? Where is it? Where's the last Burning Abyss card that we looked at? Bro, where is it? Bro, there aren't enough Burning Abyss cards in this Burning Abyss box, bro. Why have I had to go this far? You know what? I should have just searched it. I was being lazy, and that led me to have to do more work. I'm sorry. I'm gonna cancel all of this. I'm gonna cancel all of this. We're gonna look at Burning Abyss, right? If you control a monster that's not a Burning Abyss monster, destroy this card. That's someone else's problem to solve. That's someone else's problem to solve. Let's look at rank 3. Rank 3. Let's just look at all the rank 3s that we have, right? Rank 3 XZs. Let's just see what we've got. What have we got? They're not rocks. They're not rocks, so this doesn't really work. That we've looked at. We don't need that. Are they fiends? I actually don't know. I haven't been paying enough attention. I have not been paying enough attention. If they are, this isn't a quick play, so it doesn't really help. Huh. Okay, so that might actually be the best one. Alucard isn't a quick play, so it's not really that good. Yeah, none of these are quick plays. None of these are quick plays. I'm specifically looking for a quick play disruption on my opponent's turn. That's what I'm here for. So if a card doesn't have that quick play potential, it's not the one. It's not the one for me, right? Yeah, no, I don't think any of these other ones have quick plays. Zenmain's, no, it doesn't count. I want it to count, but it doesn't count. Okay, so that's that. That's that anyway. Burning Abyss, all fiends. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough then. Okay, I like that. I like that. Right? I posted a Burning Abyss at the start of stream in the Duel Links chat. Okay, fairs. Has anyone suggested Fiend Farewell as a skill for Burning Abyss? No, they haven't. I actually don't remember what that skill does. Fiend Farewell. Fiend Fair. Also, Izara, how you doing, friend? Welcome. Merry Christmas. If you use one of your monsters destroyed in battle, one random Fiend type monster to your deck, you send. Ooh! That's a shout. Fiend Farewell is a shout. Fiend Farewell is definitely a shout. You just send a random Fiend type monster to your graveyard. But if it's random, you might not get what you're looking for, but still, any effect could be a good effect with this. I like that. I like that we're thinking. I like that we're keeping ourselves on our toes, right? Tribute Shadowless with Ballista Squad. Ballista Squad, I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay. I'm liking this. Rather make a rank 3 than use cards to get rid of them like TTH and Ballista Squad. I like this. You guys are thinking, and I appreciate that. We're thinking in a different way. We're thinking in a different way than how we were thinking at the start of the stream. I don't think BA Monster will trigger off of skill. Oh, will they not trigger off of the skill? You hate to see it. Alerted by Darkness is an option. Fiend Griefing for BA Trapsol. Fiend Griefing. Fiend Grief. Did I spell grief right? Oh, I remember this! Target one monster in your opponent's graveyard, shuffle it back into the deck. You can send one fiend monster from your deck to the graveyard. Oh, you guys are great. You guys are great. So this is another option. So you have the quick play option using the rank 3. You can also use Fiend Griefing. If your opponent, let's say it's Blue Eyes, you return their stone back into the deck, so you've messed up part of their play, and you get to you put something in the graveyard. You go, and that'll trigger one of your effects on your opponent's turn. Now, because you have a spell of trap, it would destroy your monster. You would blow up your field, but you could do it strategically. Use it with Dante or something on the field, right? That's a shout. I like that. I like Fiend Griefing. What else do I like about this? Right? So if a score is in the graveyard, return score to the deck so they don't get it back. You can bounce. If your opponent wants to use Harpy's Feather Rest to draw 2, you activate this, bounce one of the cards that they're trying to Feather Rest with, and they don't get to draw 2 anymore. They don't get the draw 2 anymore, so this is a good counter in Harpies. You've got some counterplay with Melodies. I like this. I like that we're thinking, and you're getting one of your own effects to proc. I like this a lot. Thank you for the creativity, you guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate the creativity, right? Don't do that to Blue Eyes. Nah, do it. Do it, right? Oh, Vic says DDD Stone King. More ideas. I'm here for it. I respect creativity when it comes to deck building and thinking, because the people, like, for instance, the top player council in Duel Links meta, they're just people like us who took the time to sit down, think, be creative, improve their skill, and come up with things that are great. That's what it takes to be a great Duel Links player, having the mechanical skill, understanding the mechanics and the rulings, and then thinking outside the box from time to time, right? So what did you say? DDD, I'll just search Stone King. Okay, so it is fiend type monsters. Once per turn during either player's turn. Either player's turn, it's a quick effect. Let's go. Detach an Xyz material from this card. Target one dark contract you control, destroy it. Ooh, but you have to control a dark contract card, which means that it has to be with DDs. You would have to be DDs plus Burning Abyss for this to work, right? It has to be. If this card battles an opponent's monster, you detach a material. This card can't be destroyed by battle. Huh. Destroy the opponent's monster that battled it after damage calculation and inflicts 500. This card is a good card though. This card is still a good card actually. The quick play aspect that we're looking for might not work that well because you have to control a dark contract card, right? Yeah, you have to control the dark contract card to use it, but that, you can't destroy me by battle type beat might be interesting turn 1 to proc some effects, right? But yeah, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this a lot. I'm feeling it a lot. Oh, traps don't blow you up. They stop you from summoning. I love this, you guys. So you set your traps after you're done with your plays. If you control no spell traps card, you can special summon. So spell and traps stop you special summoning, but they don't blow you up, which means that you can still. Oh, you guys, I'm excited for Burning Abyss again. I was excited, then I saw what we got. I wasn't excited, and now you guys are showing me what we've got in the game that can potentially make this work. There are ways to make this work. Ballista Squad on the rank 3, right? Make a rank 3. Oh, Ballista Squad. I think Ballista Squad is c'est magnifique. It's gonna go great with this deck, I think, right? Because when it comes to Fiend Griefing, if your opponent doesn't have a card in the graveyard, then you won't be able to Fiend Griefing, which means you can't special summon next turn. But you can almost always Ballista Squad, make your monster, use the quick play, Ballista Squad, you're good for next turn. You're straight chilling. Now, my only question is, does a token disappear? Does a token disappear? I'm actually very excited now. Rank 3 Xyz. Rank 3 Xyz. Now, with this card, with Shadow Lich, once per detach one special one Phantom token. It's a quick effect. Okay, so the only thing about this is because the annoying thing is this is summoning a Phantom token. Now I'm pretty sure the token would count as a monster that would also blow up your cards, so you would have to figure out a way to deal with both the Shadow Lich and the token if your opponent doesn't get rid of it for you, right? You might be in a little bit of trouble. If that happens, but still, at least we're doing something here, right? Right? Targeting a Feather Rest target won't stop it going through. The ruling is it needs to shuffle any 3 of the targets. No, it does. No. Keaton Gold. If your opponent tries to shuffle 3 cards into the deck, and you get rid of one of the 3 cards, yeah, no, Feather Rest doesn't go through. I've done it before. I'm pretty sure I banished the card rather than shuffling it back in for them, but it still made it so that they couldn't shuffle all 3 back into the deck, and so that interrupted Feather Rest, and they weren't able to get the draw 2 anymore, right? Enemy controller, bro. More great ideas. Make a stream figuring out how to play this deck. I'd have to buy the deck though. This deck is gonna be expensive, yo. Right? Needle Sealing. Needle Sealing with this would be perfect. It would work great with the other Burning Abyss cards as well, because you can just, if your opponent doesn't show on the field, you do it for them. Or activate Shadow Lich on your opponent's turn. Banish their card, negate their effects, make it so that they can't hurt you. Then on your turn, activate another Shadow Lich, activate another Burning Abyss effect. You've got another token on the field. That's 3 cards, wipe the field. Oh, there's some sauce here. There is some mighty sauce here. Dark Sacrifice? What's Dark Sacrifice? Dark Sacrifice, you say? Let's take a look. We've really gotten sidetracked here. Dark Sacrifice. What does this say? When your opponent activates a card effect that will destroy a card on the field, negate the effect and send 1 level through. Oh! But only when they activate a card effect that would destroy a card on the field. I see it working against. Actually, no, I don't think this is fast enough. It's a counter trap, actually. Wait, no. This isn't a count. This is a normal trap. It's not a counter trap. So I don't think this can respond to Melodious. I don't think it can respond to a Bloom Diva. I don't like this as much. But still, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Yo, Nim, don't worry about it. We've been having a great time. Merry Christmas. We figured out a lot of stuff. Charge into a dark world. Charge. I feel like I remember that card name. Charge in. Aha! Target one level 4 or lower fiend type monster in your graveyard. Special summon it. Then discard one fiend type monster. So you're switching things up. I like it. I like it. Now, it's not good turn 1. It's not good turn 1. Oh, if this was a quick play spell, it would be disgusting. If this was a quick play spell, this would be that sauce that we need. I don't know about this because it's not good turn 1, but later into the duel, this can be kind of fire. Right? Oh, Shadowless doesn't activate on your turn. Okay, so we're finding holes. We're finding holes in it, but it's okay. It's okay. It is a quick play. Wait, huh? Target one level. You can only activate one charge until. It says it's normal. It says it's a normal spell card. Guys, I'm having fun and I'm seeing a lot of the potential in this deck. Yo, what's good, Leon? We're chilling. Hope you're having a fantastic Christmas. I'm liking this, right? Thank you very much. Yo, Nim, thank you very much. We had a great holiday. We watched the movie yesterday. It was great. We had a whole Christmas dinner. I had a lot of fun with my sisters and my mom, right? But yeah, no, I'm enjoying this. I think this deck might actually be kind of fun. The Dark World field spell. Dark World. Let's look at Dark World field spell. Is it this? Nope. What's this? Nope, that's only for Dark World monsters. But Dark World dealings might actually give your opponent some advantage. I've never actually loved this card. It's interesting. Okay, it's this. All fiend monsters gain 300 active events. Once per turn, you can banish one fiend monster from your graveyard, discard one fiend type monster, then draw. I like it. Now, see, here's the thing. I don't see field spells in general are tricky for me, but this could work. Banish a fiend type monster from your graveyard. It's not quick. It's not a quick effect. That's fair though. It's a field spell. Discard one fiend type monster, then draw one card. So you get to activate one of your Burning Abyss abilities, and then also draw one card to gain yourself some advantage. Now, see, here's the thing. This doesn't feel. I feel like on your turn, Burning Abyss has enough ways of getting their cards in the graveyard from what we've seen, right? I don't feel like on your turn you need more ways to get things into the graveyard. I feel like on your opponent's turn you want more ways to get things into the graveyard. So I don't like this as much. I don't like it as much, but it's not bad, right? This could be cool. Going second. Dark World Lightning. Target one set card on the field, destroy it. So if your opponent has back row, this could be your back row removal, right? Destroy one of your opponent's back row pieces, then send one of your cards to the graveyard, banish one of their cards. This could be cool back row removal, but it depends on them having back row, and also it's not as crazy, but I like the idea of it anyway, right? I'm just liking that I'm seeing more ideas of how this could work. So Dark Worlds with support with these cards can actually be kind of nice. It can actually be kind of nice, right? I'm feeling this. I'm really feeling this, you guys. BA are just kind of limitless potential. The why I've had so many different forms than TCG. It's making more sense now, kitten. I'm getting that more now, right? No, Jojo, don't worry about it, homie. Right? But yeah, I'm enjoying all of the variety here. BA deck has most of its core cards in this main box. Most extra deck cards give it amazing turn 1, like the Utopia package. Fairs. I'm actually seeing a lot of potential here now. Mind of the Plana, you say. May I ask how you feel about the new Arc 5 character coming in Duel Links? I haven't actually looked at him. I'm not really on top of like character releases because like when they get here is when they get here, and like, oh, gems and maybe some cool cards and maybe some skills. I don't really know much. I never watched Arc 5, so I don't really know about him. I think it's Yuto. Is it Yuto? I think his name is Yuto. I've heard someone talk about it, but I don't actually know anything about it myself. Mind of the should be the first thing that comes up. Send all of your opponent's banished cards to another dimension. I remember this. I've had this used against me, and I was so confused. When it says the banished cards go to a different dimension, they're just gone. Now, what could be interesting is if you Farfa and then use this, but you can only do it once. And with Farfa, you'd only be banishing one monster permanently. I feel like you want a skill that gives you more sauce throughout the course of the duel and more options type beat. You feel me, right? Not bad, but interesting. Interesting, definitely. This with Farfo would be devastating if you get rid of your opponent's boss monster, right? Right? Oh, wait, it doesn't send the BA if they activate the card? That sucks. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm here for it. Oh yeah, this is an anti-Thunder Dragon skill. It's very cheesy. It can be fun. But you guys have really made me think that this box could be something kind of hot. I really, really like all of the ideas that I've seen, so thank you. I appreciate the creativity from the community, right? So there's only a couple more cards left to rank. Paolo, Wind of the Yang Zing. What does this one do? Once per turn during your opponent's main phase, battle phase, okay, Synchro Summon using, so this is the level 1. A Synchro monster that uses cards is unaffected by spell effects. That's cool. Again, I'll just put it next to all of the other ones that we talked about so far, right? We'll put it right next to all of those ones because quick play synchro summons. That's awesome. That's cool. I like the cut of your jib. Magic Spectre, I'm not even gonna read you. You just go in D tier. And Pendulum back. I remember I put this on here because it says if you have 2 cards in your Pendulum zones, target 2 monsters in your graveyard with a level in between those scales, add them to your hand, which I think could be an interesting recovery card. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying, like, hey, things went wrong. This is a free +1 from the graveyard. If you have your scale set and ready to go, you add 2, right? Could be interesting for recovery in certain Pendulum decks. I think like Odd Eyes, let's say you fusion summon and things go to the graveyard and you activate Pendulum back with this. Like, it could be fun. It could be fun, right? I'll put this in like C. I'll put this in like mid C. So I think this is the tier list. I think this is our tier list, right? Oh, he synergizes well with BAs. Oh, that's exciting then. That's exciting. Turn 2, this deck can storm the field with Dante. Agreed. Here's the thing. I think this deck has an okay turn 2. I'm just looking for its turn 1 to where it disrupts your opponent. Like we were just looking for that disruption potential because they didn't give us Beatrice, but we found ways around that problem because that's what Yu-Gi-Oh players do. We see a problem, we find a way around it. I love that about us, right? So Ballista, my favorite option is still the first one where you use the skeleton homie with Ballista Squad. I like that. I like that idea. That's a fun one. But we've seen some great ideas. Fiend Griefing was another great one. I love that one. I love the disruption that potential that has for the graveyard effects. It's just so much good stuff. I love it here. I absolutely love it here. Right? So that's everything. That's everything, you guys. Okay, so that's it. Would I say go into this box? Now, I'm going into this box to get Nightmare. Right? I'm not going to dig into this box for anything else, but if this box proves to be really, really good, it might be worth coming to see, because like as we've seen, there's a lot of potential in here, and we barely even talked about the Yang Zing stuff. The Yang Zing synchros, they were all B tier. I think they're all just good. I think that's a solid free-to-play deck. None of the Yang Zing cards, let's take a look at this real quick. Were any of the Yang Zing, I think one of the Yang Zing cards was high up there. Right, it seems like a free-to-play friendly deck, though. I think, anyway. Right, you only need 1 copy of Baxia because it's your synchro monster. If I had to guess, 2 copies of this could be fine. You probably want 3 of this, but you could get by with 2, and then the rest of them are rares and normal. This is a free-to-play friendly deck. This is the free-to-play deck of the box, and it could actually be pretty fun. It could actually be pretty damn fun. I'll keep it $150 with you, right? So I would say wait to see how this box does, but also this box could be really, really fun. I see a lot of potential for a lot of fun in this box, and I'm excited for it. I hope you guys are excited too to see how this goes. Is there any way to summon level 6 Synchro since I don't see any tuners in the deck? Are you talking about Yang Zing? Yang Zing they have 1 tuner. That level, that one that I just pointed at. The tuner that they have is Buddy. So if you mean Yang Zing, they have Jiatu. That's their tuner. It's a level 2, and then you use it with the other ones. And then if you're thinking about Burning Abyss, they have Rubik, right? It's a level 3. It's a level 3 tuner. It's just in the deck. It's just there chilling, right? So I'm gonna make his 143rd account for this box. I don't know about that one, Chief. I think this one might be a main account kind of beat. I don't know. Because the thing from what we've learned about this deck, you want to use a lot of other stuff for Burning Abyss to try and make it work. So I don't think it's a good account for a new. I don't think it's a good archetype for a new account. You might be able to make it work, but that's a lot of grinding you would have to do, right? So we're chilling. Double Dante does work. Okay, so I think we round up here. This has been a fun stream. This is my ranking of the new box. It's more bottom heavy than some of the things that we've seen, but bottom heavy with some good potential. I feel like we found a lot of things that were average that could be made better depending on how they're applied. So keep an eye out for it. Yo, Galaxy, I hope you had a Merry Christmas too. Love to the fam, love to the girl. You love to see it, bro. All right, so I'm gonna catch you guys later. Have a fantastic rest of your holiday season. Happy Boxing Day, Merry Christmas, all that good stuff. And I will catch you later, my friends. I think this is where we call it. Yo, Galaxy, are you streaming today? If Galaxy's streaming, check out the homie Galaxy. He's right there in the chat. Click on him and give him a hug for me. We love him. We love that man, right? I'm gonna catch you guys later. Have a Merry Christmas.